Jesus Christ, Agent 17's wife with 45 bits. I had not even noticed. That is a mighty bit count to be a hold. Certainly. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we're gonna see. I don't know if you guys are still kicking about, but if one of you wants to hit a donkey in chat or something, if you're willing to part with your precious juice. Only five measly juice. What am I saying? Every last juice counts. Every last juice. But if you want to give me there we go. Hopefully, we have the notifications working again. Isn't it glorious? All right. I should probably be using the controller because the mouse and keyboard looks horrible, very jittery. But yeah, like I was saying, just gonna be playing a tiny tad of Minecraft tonight, simply because we now have the server up and running. So oh god. Thank you so much, Mr. Limey, for the Twitch Prime subscription. Absolutely fantastic. May you forever be faithful. And now you will be the devout rank. So I do hope you enjoy your lovely new colour on the Discord once I get round to fixing that. And of course you already had access to the server, so unfortunately nothing new there. But once again, thank you so very much. No, not to say that I kinda saw it coming, not only because you hinted, but also I noticed you had the Twitch Prime now. That's excellent. I do hope you got Amazon Prime as well, because I think those two come together. That's certainly how I got it. And if you like ordering random rubbish, Amazon Prime is very good. Not gonna lie there. Yeah, that was so fun. Oh, Tiny Pickles, sorry I haven't been in the Discord lately. Not at all. It's always good seeing you, especially when you're on streams. And as long as you check in every now and then, we're just happy to know everything's going well. But no worries at all. Yeah, I was just bugged out on you. Unfortunately, no. Mr. Limey has a little bit way to go until he is in fact an Inquisitor. The way it works is that to become Zealot rank, you need 500 juice. However, to become Inquisitor rank, like yourself, Agent 17's wife, is actually 750. There's a slight increase. I know, I'm terrible. In fact, maybe I should elaborate this. There is actually a new secret rank, or in fact two new secret ranks. They're at the very top. I'm sure I mentioned this briefly, but they cost a lot of juice to get to. So yeah, guys, you've now got a special goal to head for that's way in the future. Oh god, I can't even keep up with the chat anymore. Autistic Mayhem, got the phone finally working. Great stuff. Oh, yeah, Amazon is definitely a Prime. And Tiny Pickle, not at all, honestly. Oh. Trust me, everyone on this is absolutely fantastic, and that includes yourself. We are a very fun community, I like to think. Where are we? What the hell was I doing? Okay, dokie, Christ, I got Yeah, oh, okay. You keep saying about the secret ranks, but won't tell us how much. Oh, because it's like, it's a fun little secret. Like, you'll be sitting there, you know, on the top rank for ages and ages, thinking, oh, this just must be the top rank. I keep earning juice, but, you know, no other rank to get to. And then all of a sudden, a year from now, you you hit the new secret rank and you're like, oh my god. And then you get an awesome new color on the Discord. Come on. It's something to work for. Maybe I should elaborate on that. But I don't know, I get a little bit of thrill out of knowing, haha, no one knows what my secret new rank is. Oh dear. Maybe you need a new phone, Mayhem. I don't know. We'll all chip in and get you a new phone. Christ. To be honest, my phone can be like that. Unfortunately, Twitch on the phone is nowhere near as accessible as it is on the computer. But then again, that's just kind of what it's like for a lot of stuff, isn't it? Oh, loads of chocolate via Amazon. Oh god. Oh, send your love down to Tiny Pickle. It doesn't matter how much you talk, as long as you're here and always going about. And plus, I mean, come on. Pet photos is the lifeblood of that Discord, and you have got some absolutely adorable pets. Like I said, it's always lovely seeing you talk and chat when you come by and say hey. That's what I like to think. A nice close community. Yeah, you failed on that. Do you know what? When you do the I always used to say this when I sent them to my girlfriend. You've got the little hearts that you do via text. I always used to say they were little ice cream cones, just a double scoop, just for you. Come on, who doesn't want an ice cream cone over a heart? Not gonna lie, I will take the ice cream cone any day. Especially now since it's so warm, Jesus. I really hope there's some ice cream in the fridge still left over, because I know I could definitely use it. Yeah. I think the stream yesterday I was just so warm. I could barely talk. You know, so I was hoping things would be a bit more energetic this stream. I could actually get a few words out. Yeah, I think we're good though. We're good now. Can string a few words together. Even just a couple. I'm doing my best to keep up with chat as well. My apologies if I miss a few messages. But yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Limey. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love that sub sound. Oh god. You should all just encourage people sub just so we can hear that sound over and over. To be fair, I've technically posted it in the Discord, so you can just go and listen to it there over and over again. Oh dear, what have I missed? Tangy has to mention me just so I answer in Discord. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes you do miss messages if you don't actually specifically mention the person on the Discord. And that's the thing, because I spend so much time pondering on Discord, thinking, oh, you know, someone hasn't messaged for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh god, no. Do they hate the Discord? Have they all left? No. Right, paranoid sort of rubbish. So if someone doesn't reply to something that I've tagged everyone in, you know, within the next 10 minutes, I'm like, oh dear, maybe they just haven't got it. Or even worse, with the whole suggestions there, constantly going to people. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It's like, yes, we saw it. We just didn't know what to say in return. I was like, oh, that's how it's gonna be, is it? Oh, I'm so mean to you guys. Very demanding. That's why I am very demanding. Oh, actually, what you're seeing right now is like one of the most difficult things you can do in Minecraft. Build something at a 45-degree angle. This is like a masterclass right now. If you can build something at a 45-degree angle in Minecraft, you're set. There is nothing left to learn. But just for a little bit of context, we are in Camille, so I think Agent 17's wife has claimed this land as her own. So I suppose it's her rules from now on. But Camille, being such a furtive land, very agricultural, I was going to build a fancy, well, I kind of wanted to build fancy houses everywhere, it's just my preferred style. And I was going for this sort of large townhouse here, but I'm actually not sure what this should be. I was thinking it might be sort of, almost like what you consider a grain exchange, somewhere that people can go to sort of hash out the details of an exchange between agricultural items, where people can come and buy their food for the family. And then obviously behind this I was actually going to put the market. It kind of makes sense to have the market backing onto the grain exchange, or whatever it happened to be called. If anyone does have any ideas what else this building could be, if you don't think grain exchange is a good idea, do tell me. Do tell me. Oh dear. Well, I like that greenish block you're using. Did you see the picture of our cat sleeping with the stream behind her? Yes, I did see that. Sorry, I'm catching up to chat now. The actual block I'm using is fairly new, and I really like it too. It's actually called dried kelp block. So this is actually meant to be kelp, and obviously it's been held together by rope. But I thought it'd be a really nice building material. Quote 25. Can I just keep grinding on this guy? Is that how this works? Yes, I do like that quote now. Good that came up. Oh dear. Guys, best Samsung help. Oh jeez. Buy a Lenovo K6. And Agent 17's, yeah, I have Camille. I mean, you claimed it, no one else did. Well, I'm good you're talking above yourself. I like grain exchange. There we go. There we go. And yes, Mayhem is from the UK. He's in fact from the very worst part of it, Cornwall. Actually, I'm more than sure that Cornwall is a very nice place. It probably has its less nice areas, just as any other part of the UK. But it can't be that bad. Then again, I say a lot of terrible stuff about areas of Scotland fairly regularly. For instance, it's quite a well-known fact that the people who come from Fife, which is in the east, actually have webbed toes and feet. Like, when I say toes and feet, I mean their toes are webbed, and then their feet themselves are webbed together. It's quite an anomaly. 100% fact. You can tell all your friends that. Oh dear. I was actually watching a Scottish streamer earlier today, or yesterday I think it was in fact. He's really good. It's the Tartan Gamer guy I told you guys you should probably check out. I don't think he's from Fife, but I was just thinking that there. Oh god, what if someone from Fife was just watching. I was like, this is not the streamer for me. Oh dear. Yeah, just between you and me, Mayhem, smack in the middle of the UK is worse. Oh dear. £120, that is not bad at all. Not bad at all for a decent phone. My phone was actually a present for Christmas. Or was it my birthday? I don't know. Sometimes they carry over a little bit. Christmas present, alright, thanks. Keeping me right there. And, what was it? It was like £300 or something? Yeah, jeez.
It's not actually that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's just that we're...
I think it was like 240.
240?
Yeah.
That's really good. So iPhone with about, what was it, is it 64 gig? Or is it 100 and something? No, it's 64 gig, isn't it? Like, a lot of capacity. I can actually get my entire...
128.
128 gig?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted the one with the big gig for the songs.
Yeah. It's like my iTunes library is very big, which means I need a rather large phone if I want to listen to this stuff on the go. So, having a phone with high capacity was an absolute must. Oh dear. It's weird when you think about it, actually, going back to the whole grain exchange thing. Grain exchanges were actually very fancy buildings if you've never seen one. Since you are Americans, you probably haven't seen a grain exchange locally, unless you live in like Boston or something like that. But grain exchanges usually were right bang smack in the town centre, in the town market. And there were these long, thin, fancy buildings. Obviously, this isn't actually the same design. It's more of a purpose in this case, but certainly, ooh, it is fancy, very fancy. Oh dear. Am I missing anything here? I keep trying to keep up with chat, but I think you guys are too busy talking about phones and all that sort of rubbish. I'm just building away, just do. Talking about my iTunes library. Oh dear. But yeah, guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to do some Minecraft for now. But what we are probably going to do is, because I said I would do this last stream, is a little bit later we're probably going to hop over to Darkest Dungeon again. So if that's your sort of game, yeah, you can either pop away the now and come back later, or well, if you're here for the fun, here for the chat, as a lot of people are, stick around, and I'll just ramble on into the night. That's pretty much how it works. Could I just have a little confirmation in chat? Hopefully I'll catch it. How is the stream looking? Is it really grainy? Are we okay? Like I said, one day I will fix the internet. Until then, you're just going to have to do with it. But for now, there we go. I'm liking it. I am liking it very much. Yeah, looks fine. Thank you, Asian 17's wife. Can't help get a little bit self-conscious, you know? It's just everyone else out there, when I go and watch someone else's stream, their streams look lovely, and I'm worried about mine being all grainy and terrible. It's just sometimes, you know, you can't always have the nice things. Yeah, you people and your excellent internets. You don't know what it's like to be poor. Oh dear. I think I was actually talking to the Tartan Gamer about this, and what he was saying to me is that especially in Britain, a lot of the metropolitan areas, so you know, if you live near the city like Manchester, Birmingham, or something like that, you're probably actually going to have quite decent internet nowadays. But if you live anywhere near rural, like I do, you know, ooh, yeah, things haven't really changed for us. You know, we still have terrible internet, unfortunately. Gonna add all the wee details in here. So yeah, I'm still only getting like 0.8 of a megabyte of upload speed, so it's kind of like, oh dear. You actually say that to someone, yeah, I get 0.8 megabytes upload speed, and they're like, Jesus Christ, I thought mine was bad. I have like 10 megabytes. It's like, yeah, you thought. You don't know what it's like to live like this. Oh. Yeah. I do what I can, people. I do what I can with the little resources I have. See, that's the thing. See, if I even did get a webcam, it wouldn't even matter. You wouldn't be able to see my face. It'd be too blurry. Yeah. Yeah, most of you here for the company and the commentary. Yeah. I live in the middle of nowhere. Well, yeah, you live in Cornwall. Cornwall just is nowhere. Actually, what big cities are... Is there any big city? That's the thing, is Plymouth in Cornwall? Or is that just outside of Cornwall? I can't remember if Plymouth's in Cornwall. Because Because if it is, it will be the biggest city, definitely. Yeah, you'll have to tell me that. Is Plymouth in Cornwall? I'm not overly familiar with English county lines. Ooh, Plymouth is in Devon. Ooh, Christ, yeah. I can't think of any cities then that are even close to Cornwall. Christ, you guys have Penzance. Is Torquay maybe? Christ, I don't know. I'm racking my brain. I'm usually good with geography, but in this case, oof. And imagine to everyone else these words are just, I have no idea what that is. I don't know. Quite a lot of the time, unless you're talking about major cities, like if I said Manchester or Birmingham, you know, people are definitely going to know what you're talking about. Pretty much, you know, unless they live under a rock. But the second you start going into like smaller places, it's like the majority of people, the majority, just nope, do not know. There we go. Truro is your parish and city. Jesus, just Truro. Yeah, Christ. It'll be one of those places that it's like cities. Like when I think of the word city, I think of an area that has maybe over 500,000 people in it. Like, you know, over 500,000 people. If it has over 500,000 people, I could consider it a city. You know, any less than that, and it's like, not really. And then you've got to think. In Britain, there are certain places that are considered cities, but only because of historical importance. Like they might have a cathedral there that was quite prominent, and then they're, you know, technically classed as a cathedral city. Stirling would actually be an example of that. Stirling only has about something like 50,000 people that live in Stirling, and yet it's technically classed as a city. What the hell am I doing? This is wrong! Wrong, I say! Yeah, something like that. Don't listen to me, I've gone crazy, I'm off in my own world. Too busy thinking about what constitutes an actual city to actually play Minecraft. I bet most people can never say that. Yeah. Christ. Yeah, but Plymouth is the main city. Yeah. Well, like I said, Plymouth is the biggest city I can think that's even close to Cornwall. So, but it's in Devon, you say, jeez. Cornwall's like proper backcountry. Trying to keep up with chat here, but then again, I just listen to you rabble on and enjoy whatever you say. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Limey, and now you can do that without ads. How great! How great is that? Honestly, I keep trying to think of really good ways to like give subscribers benefits, because honestly, the whole you get one emote, you know, and I've always found that a bit yeah. It's actually the same sort of thing with tier 2 and tier 3. It's like all you get is an extra one emote, and it's like, I think if anyone is crazy enough to go for like one of those, it's like I'm gonna have to think up something really special, you know. Yeah, what do we have here? Well, Cornwall's got a ton of history. Well, I'm sure it does. Not that I'm particularly well versed in it, gotta say. Yeah. Just I've been begging the fairies to let me leave this awful country. Oh dear. Awful country, how dare you? Where is your patriotism? Oh dear. To be fair, if there's one thing I wouldn't mind adopting from Americans, it's a little bit of that patriotism. Yeah, too many British people give Britain too hard a rap. Don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of reasons why you could say Britain's a bad place, but you should always be proud of your country where you can. Try and make it better where you can. Certainly. Ah. Keep this going. It's the same with the Kingdom of Tangy. Incredibly patriotic to the Kingdom of Tangy. And Agent 17, I actually did see a mention there, but I was too busy going on a complete random tangent there. How you doing, my friend? It's great to see you in. Oh dear. Christ, it wouldn't be a stream without you, pretty much. Come on. You've got a reputation to uphold. Oh dear. The bits notification still isn't working. Jeez, oh, it seems that the bits notification is the only one that isn't working. Like, if someone gives me a donkey, if you would be so kind. Yeah, because orange armor is still working for juice. Oh, that's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Oh, and Tiny Pickle, you're so close to 500 juice. Tangent, you? Yeah. Thank you for the donkey. Testing that out. Not only are you helping me in my stream, you are giving me the energy and will to carry on. My fuel gauge can only be reset via the donkey, which is my lifeblood. Don't listen to me. I'm a crazy person. But yeah, Tiny Pickle, so close to 500. Like I said, you are a subscriber, meaning that you become devout. And being a devout is certainly I'd say being devout is on the same level, nearly as zealot. You know, it's in a similar bull range. And as such, it costs 750 juice. Well, it doesn't cost. That's how much you need to get before you become an Inquisitor. And unfortunately, the only Inquisitor we have at the moment is Agent 17's wife. And of course, she deserves that rank. Don't let me fool you otherwise. But like I said, maybe one day in the far future. I make it sound like a ridiculous number, like 100,000 juice. Yeah, someone will reach enough juice to actually get the super secret rank that I'm never gonna tell you about until I like break. Eventually, I'm just gonna be like, oh no, I need to tell people. I'm super excited about the possibility of someone having the super secret rank. Oh dear. Let me quickly check chat again. Because fucking at a constant rate I am falling behind. Autistic Mayhem, I am actually falling behind. Yes, the ranks. I was wondering this. Now, it's going to take ages. Does anyone want, or does everyone want, a little channel in the Discord that basically outlines the rank? Should I do that? Should I have a little channel in the Discord that just sort of gives you information on the rank, you know? Because I feel like a lot of people might be confused. It might be a little bit easier if I just put it there. And if Christ, I'm falling over the F's. I'm doing an Obama. And just if. Fucking love that. If everyone would like to have a channel that has all the ranks and their requirements and etc., I will totally do that, and I'll even be nice and put the secret ranks in there. That they will be secret no more. Okay, let me catch up. Quote 25. Love quote 25. And 24. I'm just prancing around. Yes. Is that everyone saying yes to the channel? Yeah, so now it's more dangerous the way I do it. Just like my father always says. Oh dear. That is absolutely fantastic, Agent 17. I am glad that you are using the quote system in such a creative way. That's fantastic. Let me just read that out fully. So now it's more dangerous the way I do it. Just like my father always says, can I just keep grinding this guy? Is that how it works? Oh, because obviously your father used to grind against other men in a very very safe manner. You know, he used protection and everything. Christ. I can't imagine what the whole new method is all about. Oh dear. There we are. Quote, Doma? Doma Doma! Yes to the channel. Okay, I will definitely create a channel that sort of outlines all the different ranks and their requirements. I'm sure that'll be another fun addition to the ever-sprawling Discord that I have. Christ. If you don't know what that particular quote is, it's because you haven't been watching Hollow Knight enough. Okay? Sometimes I feel Hollow Knight just doesn't get enough love. It's probably because I keep getting lost in it. and then my blind, in quotation marks, playthrough, I have to go and look at a bloody a guide to see where I'm actually going. But yeah, I'll definitely make the channel. I'm sure that'll be very helpful, and I'm going to give you something to work towards. There we go. Do we like the grain exchange so far? Like I said, hardest thing to possibly do in Minecraft is build on a 45-degree angle. I think we pulled it off. Oh, no nudes for us. Quote 26. I need the randomness. I snoop in my own stream. Generally, I think that quote is from when I was just starting a stream. I was literally like, oh, everyone's coming in, but they're all snooping. Yes, also, I'm not waiting for you to say anything awkward to make it a new quote at all. Absolutely not, Agent 17's wife. I highly encourage you to wait around until I say something particularly strange. That archive needs to be filled to the brim. I want there to be thousands of quotes. And trust me, if it doesn't start filling up to a ridiculous level anytime soon, I'll probably just start saying weird shit just so it fills up. May I also say, just as an incentive, and frankly, you know, I'm gonna be mean. If you haven't seen it on the Discord yet, that's just tough. You should be constantly watching the Discord for any little message I post all the time, 24/7. But anyone who now suggests a quote, or in fact, yeah, anyone who suggests a quote that gets accepted into the Tangy archive will now receive 10 juice per quote. So just keep that in mind. You might want to start taking notes or clipping. I won't be given juice for clips, unfortunately. Simply because I don't know how I'd go about it. Like, it'd be very subjective, you know. Oh, I'll only give juice for funny clips. And it's like, what really determines a funny clip? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh dear. I always found that annoying. It's like, I wish I was one of these people that's really good with like technology and like streaming stuff, so I could like, you know, really. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably turn this into just a complete meme stream. Every few seconds, a new meme would be popping up. I do like my memes. Okay, are we just spamming the quotes in there? Also, I do like that one. It's okay, my mother would always make me feel better by saying she's got the polio. That's a very good combination. Oh, jeez. His mom might actually say that. Oh dear, I hope not. Quote, I'm totally incompetent. It's like, yeah, but that's about right. Yeah. Oh, what can I say? So some these quotes could definitely be used against me. Yeah, eventually it's going to get to the point where there's some quotes that are just highly offensive. Maybe even, like, Christ, I imagine in 10 years everything will be offensive, but There'll just be that one quote that's just like terrible. Everyone keeps spamming it. It's like, yep, you said that. I could always combat that just by not putting it in the archive, but I like to be fair. Remember when you said this? Yes, I am reminded about it every stream. I think so far everyone's favourite quote is, well, at least Agent 17's wife's favourite quote is quote number 5. Everyone likes a quote with context. Although, I think that particular stream, I don't even know if Agent 17's wife would have been... She might have been lurking, but I don't think she'd made herself known, particularly at this point. That was quite one of the early streams that the Jesus Christ, Vlad. That's from quite an early stream. It's a shame, we all miss Vlad. He's been away for a wee bit. It's always sad when such a loyal viewer finds himself busy with other things. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? But perhaps I should just stalk him. You know, send him threatening messages. Hey, you've not been on my stream for a while. Are you sure about that? Just like, I know where you live. Yeah, I really don't think that's a good model for building good communities on Twitch. Anyone who doesn't follow you is just threaten them. That's what to do. Good stuff. Oh, I do like this kelp block. It's like, not only does it have a little bit of texture to it, it's nice and dark. I do like some dark colours every now and then. It also has this rope going across it, which really breaks up the pattern. Very nice. But then again, this is a large building. It is the Grain Exchange. It should have a bit of a unique design. Come and have a look at it again. I'm thinking we're just going to go for a particularly, yeah, we're probably just going to go for a small roof, nothing majorly tall. Don't want it to be ridiculous. Just going to have a small roof on it. Like, for instance, those are this very highly slanted roofs. This will probably just be like a 45-degree angle roof. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of maths now just to figure out the actual Christ, what's it called? I forget all my mathematical terms. The gradient, that's it. The gradient of those roofs. Gonna have to plot it on some graphing paper. Work it out. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to say math is not my particular forte. But then again, a lot of people find that is the case. Math just isn't for everyone. Right. Yeah, there we go. You get this sort of odd section there where the building sort of connects to itself around the corner. I can take that away. Usually I don't do so much on the inside. I mean, even this is more than I usually do for the inside of buildings, but just trying to make it a little bit easier on myself when because it's such an interesting building, I might actually do an interior to it. In fact, it's the same way that I should probably do at least a basic interior for the church here, but as you can see, other than the roof, just making it nice and curvy there. There really isn't anything on the inside of here. It does look very nice and imposing though, I will say that. I think maybe there should be some lovely decoration up top there. I don't know if you guys like the architecture of religious buildings. I've said it many times, I'm not a religious person, but I certainly like the architecture. Okay, let me actually have a look at chat here because oh dear. How many quotes are there? Currently Christ, is there 25 quotes? Yeah. There might be 25. 26 quotes right now. Really? Whew. Testing it out. In Cornwall, they say, "Aw, no nudes for us." That very might be a thing. To be fair, though, so I was going to talk about something there, but then I realised it might not be an appropriate topic. Yeah, there's some things are best not spoken about. Oh, jeez. Oh. That's particularly funny. There we go, add the center there. Of course, the one thing that is universally understood is, if I miss anything, it's all your fault. Absolutely true. Everyone knows that personal responsibility is a thing of the past. Nowadays, it's all about shifting that blame onto other people. Something I wholeheartedly agree with. Have I? Yes, I have. I have indeed. I did. That's what I have done. I did. So I think we're just gonna take the time, decorate this building, as we always do. Maybe we'll do a few more. Like I said, I think we're mostly having fun using the quote system. It's what I said about Minecraft. Minecraft is one of these things that sometimes it can be a little bit of drag unless we get a newbie in. Oh, then we're gonna go on a really fun tour. Oh god, I love tours. I don't know if you guys know this, but I really like giving tours of this world. What can I say? I'm still working on that, by the way. I'm definitely trying to create a tour emote, at least for the Discord. Obviously, getting one for the Twitch would require partner. But no, I can't not have one at this point. Oh dear. Honestly, I think I'm just doing my best to avoid interiors now, especially since Agent 17's wife tells me off when I don't put enough color in them. It's like I just don't like overdoing color. Okay, I like my drab scenes. I'm a fan of the gloom. Okay, this particular one, this one right here, is actually going to be a doorway. So, oh wait, or will it be this one? No, this one is going to be the doorway. So I'm going to add a doorway in there. These, at least these two, are going to be covered up by extra buildings. So, you know, kind of 3 are left open. The one in the middle should be the one that the door goes into. And this is going to be like the main entrance. So maybe I should have something nice and fancy on this little part here. Like maybe like some sort of extended balcony. That could be cool. Something like that. Something cool. We'll think about it. yeah, the tours emotes, the tour emote does the job for now, I suppose. Oh, Mr. Limey, that is very, very nasty of you to say. Can you guys believe this? Mr. Limey is saying, what I say when I see a Tangy stream is, it's a crawl and my kneecaps have been shot. That is truly insulting. Oh dear. Oh jeez. Are you okay, Tiny Pickle? Your little face there is giving me the stares. Oh dear. Tangerine Tours, yeah, I'm gonna trademark that. Make sure if anyone else will use it, run them into the ground with copyright strikes, loads of lawsuits, that sort of thing. Because I totally have the money to create a lawsuit over that. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm trying to be thinking. Definitely put your suggestions for emotes in the suggestions channel. Because what I was trying to think is, should it be like my avatar, like the tangerine, with like a camera around its neck and you know, like a tour hat on, all that sort of rubbish, or should it be something completely different, like not even particularly to do with Tangy? Should it just be like tours in general? I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, definitely post some suggestions in the suggestions tab, because you know how much I love people doing stuff on Discord. It actually fulfills me. I could die peacefully knowing that my Discord is active. It's all that matters. Yes, yes indeed. So just got to do the little bits across there. Oh, okay, we're mostly done for the outside. It's pretty much done. This is what the base sort of style is. I could do little embellishments here and there, but for the now, it's looking pretty good. I think it's just fine and dandy, frankly. Still got to do all the fun stuff on this side, though. I'm very forgetful. But yeah, is everyone cool with Darkest Dungeon after this? This is probably what we're going to be moving on to. I don't know how long we're going to be going for. We started just after 10. So, this will either most likely be a 3 or a 4 hour stream, depending on my mood. It is quite hot, so yeah, don't take that as gospel. Or actually, no, do take that as gospel. Your tangy God has spoken. We'll just change the gospel later. And how are we in chat? Pemmet and Juice. Nope, it'll be copyrighted. Oh, Mayhem beat me to that copyright. Damn. Yeah. I was thinking of just a tour graphic overlay. You could even design it in Minecraft and take a screen. Agent 17, that is an excellent idea. Definitely, I will try and sort that out. Right. Do still though give me ideas on how to do that. What type of graphic overlay you'd want to see, because that is an absolute fantastic idea. So fantastic, I'm almost thinking of giving you a juice for it. But yeah, definitely a good one. I will almost definitely do that now you've suggested it. See, this is why we need you guys in chat. It's like my quote says, I am totally incompetent. I couldn't have thought of that myself. Think of it this way, you guys are all my carers. Because otherwise, oh geez, letting me loose on the world, what would I do? What would I do? I would destroy everything. Turn it into a tangy mess. Aha. Not looking too bad. Well, what can I say? It'll look exactly like the other side, pretty much. The only thing that we're going to change is do a little bit of fun stuff on this little bit here. Other than that, it's the same sort of design. Obviously, I could add little like flags that I have for like Brondholm, just different style. Because obviously, you have to remember Camille is not in the same sort of I don't know, like kingdom. I suppose they're very small kingdoms, very small. Call them a kingdom's a bit much, to be honest. But yeah, it's part of a different area, so honestly, Agent 17's wife, you've got to come up with a really cool flag for your little queendom here, because as of current, it doesn't have one, and it certainly needs one. There we go. Just add in all the little fun pieces. Yes indeed, quite. My. I need to get a soundboard. Just because I'm too lazy to say all my usual quotes. It's just, yes, very good. Come on, it's a great idea. Don't deny it. Alright, what are we saying in chat? Oh dear, why can't I keep up? Oh dear. See, this is why I keep Agent 17. Smart guy. True. Yeah. I'll map out the corners of a map. Oh, okay. You do that. I'm only a paid graphic designer, but I'm busy with other streams. Understood. Nothing comes free. Oh, you sure? Can I pay you in juice? I've got loads of juice. Tangy is. I'm totally in comment. Yeah, the bot is truly mean. In fact, the bot is so mean, I actually have a custom command where the bot spits at a random person in chat. I'm highly considering doing that now. Just as payback for all these mean quotes you're saying about me, Mr. Limey. Every time you put a quote about me, it's always mean. How could you? I suppose you did subscribe though, so you're just paying to be mean to me. Or is Twitch Prime technically paying? I suppose it technically is. I mean, it's part of the service you get for paying for it, so that's how it is. Oh god, what would I do without Twitch Prime? That's the thing. I have Twitch Prime and I have 3 subs, so I think Endless Backlog I'm sub to with the Prime. Sushi I'm just a normal sub. And I am also subscribed to the Happy Hop because I do love myself some Dark Souls. Oh yes. Well, what can I say? If I could stream Dark Souls, I totally would. But frankly, I'm fairly happy. I've got a small roster of games I can actually stream, and I do enjoy them all. So there is that. No juice, can't cut it. Unless... Nope, no juice. It's always me that gets spits at. Oh, that's terrible. Do you know what? For the hell of it, we're gonna do it. I shall unleash all the nastiness of orange armor upon you all. Ah. See, that's the thing, he always spits at me. I don't know what you're on about. I swear, Orange Armor actually has a grudge against me. This is why he never works properly. I swear that bot has a personality of its own. It truly does. But yeah, I think that's really nice there. It's really nice. Does Camille have specific city colours? No, it does not. However, if it were to have city colours, I imagine green would be one of them. Because now we have, not only is the church have a lovely green roof there, but we also have the grain exchange here with its dark green kelpy walls. I still think it's funny that it's technically dried kelp. Very interesting building material. I doubt it'll stand up to much weather hardening. But you know, it was their choice. Should I add an extended balcony? I'm thinking about it. Also, unfortunately, the actual terrain here has not even been built properly as of yet. So it's like, I don't know what like the front of this is really going to look like. Do you know what? I'll do the ones on the side, and then I'll come back to the one in the middle. That can be done at a later date, should I say. So that's the thing about Minecraft. When you want to add in little details later on, especially with the way I design buildings, it's really, really easy. You know? Taking things off, just adding in that extra little bit of detail. It doesn't take much time, and like I said, the way I do it, it just sort of allows for a little bit of freedom. Oh, there we are. Not the top one. No one likes the top one. Not even his own mother. Okay, maybe that was a bit mean. Okay, just add in the little design and repeat. Darn. And taketh away. And we don't have to do the odd design because we're not at a 45-degree angle. It's all well and good. Keep it going there. Yeah, so it does not have specific city colours, but you can totally come up with that. Yeah, Nastybot is only for the mods. However, I do think there is a way I can make it subscriber only. Just for your pleasure, Mr. Limey. Although I don't want it to become too nasty in chat there. Yeah, I was thinking green had to be one of the colours. Yes, balcony. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little balcony for this little bit, sort of for like the upper layers. It's just that I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I want time to think about it. So maybe I'll do that at a later date. Or maybe just a tad later in the stream we'll come back to it. For now, I just want to get all the simple stuff out the way. All the stuff that I am already very confident on. All these lovely, lovely pillars. They're just so lovely. Yeah. So it's very unfortunate that I can't do an impression of Eddie Murphy. If I could, I'd be set for life. I'd be a professional Eddie Murphy impressionist. Christ. I can already do Shrek. It'd be great if I could do Donkey. Yeah. Donkey! What's the matter with you? No, I can't even go close to that sort of accent. Oh dear. All my hopes and dreams dashed. I can't impersonate poor Donkey. Can I have a donkey in chat, please, to commemorate this this sad moment? Oh dear. Get these facade windows in. Oh god, that wasn't that bad. Thanks, Agent 17's wife. Deep down in my heart, though, it wasn't good enough. That's what it wasn't. Just wasn't good enough. Ooh. There we are. Right, so we're gonna add a balcony on that little middle part there, and then to the right here, I don't actually need to do this part because there'll be some buildings sort of cropping off from it. It'll kind of be like a little town square encased in buildings with a lovely little market area. Camille's not a very large town, but it's certainly not a small one either. Quite a lot of the population lives in their little huts out here while they do their cropping. Yeah. So you can sort of see I've already added like a little bit on here. There's kind of like a... Well, it's not like a conservatory, but it's just a little outcropping building. You know? I imagine there might be like an office or something in there. I don't know, for wherever the bailiff is. You're free to appoint a bailiff if you so wish, Agent 17's wife. That is up to you. Yay, please do it. What is that for the subscribers? Oh, he's away. Limey is taking flight. Yeah, now I've got to think about this whole balcony thing. Right, so we're definitely going to have some sort of actually, I'm going to do it in cobblestone because I don't think it should be in a... Oh, I already have cobblestone. Yeah, I don't think it should be in a brick. That's a bit strange. And then... Don't want to make it too fancy. Probably just come down. With stairs, not half slabs. That pretty much takes us right onto the this next plane here. Probably just fill this in. Be nothing fancy, like I said. No amazing designs. I know, such a shame. Although, perhaps I raise up the sides a little bit. Yeah. Raise up the sides like that. Make it just a tad more appealing, you know. Like that. Waha! We have a door! We have a door, people. There's no floor to actually walk into, but pay that no heed. That does not matter. Whee! So yeah. Balcony. Now, how do we go about a balcony? I imagine we've already got our 1, 2, 3, so then we'd have our 1, 2, and then this is probably where the balcony's gonna start. Obviously, actually no, this could be like that. Yes, yes, like that. Just like that. Come up 1. cobblestone walls, which I already have. I keep forgetting I have things already ready to go. But just my bad that I always forget these things. Then probably some nice intricate designs here. Kind of like this coming over, and as that flies away with itself, we'll have a sort of an inverted pattern coming on the other side. Kind of like that. That is totally not what I meant to do. Forgive me for I have failed you, chat. Failed you. And then... Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Maybe that doesn't go up far enough. Nah, it doesn't go up far enough. Is it gonna look okay if I have this here? Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. Just looks a tad strange. Sort of mirroring that bottom. And then that's when we have the, these. I don't know, this might look terrible, as far as I know. As long as it doesn't look too awful, we're fine. Oh, does that look terrible? I don't know. I feel maybe I should have done it in slightly more, a wooden style, if that makes sense. Oh dear. So, I want to change my name. Is that on Twitch or on the Discord? Or in real life, I don't know. If you want to change your name, on Twitch, I do believe you can change it every 60 days. It's quite a long while before you can change it. But yeah, you can totally change that on Twitch, I do believe. I think we were talking about this with Vlad quite a while ago. Changing it on Discord, you can certainly change your nickname. That's super easy. And obviously in real life that might actually be a hassle. I'm sure I'm sure it depends on where you live. Oh, in real life. And if we keep going down, we still got I haven't played through Far Cry 3 today. It looks a bit top heavy maybe. Yeah, that's kind of the feel I'm getting. Maybe I should start with a basic outline. Like that. Because obviously, this is obviously where we're coming out. If I want to give it a little bit of floor, maybe if I designed it so... Oh, dear. Yeah, changing your name in real life. Yeah, that would really heavily depend on where you lived, to be honest. There we are. Could certainly continue that up a little bit more, because I think just gets a little tad, just a little tad there. Not enough. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Maybe I was trying to be a bit too fancy with it. Apologies, I'm about to about to sneeze, I was going to say. Like I said, I apologize. Allergies are quite bad for me this time of year. Oh dear. Oh, wow. Telling you, once they're done with like cancer and all this sort of fun, they should definitely give hay fever a shot. That would certainly make me happy. I'm sure it's not on their top priorities. Yeah, perhaps I should have just went with something nice and simple like that. That certainly does do the job. And maybe we can add a few extra like fancy little bits with like fences, you know, wooden fences. But for now, perhaps going with a simple design is what we should be doing. Nice and simple that way. Oh yes, oh my. And there we go. Bless you times two. Thank you, chat. You know what they say, if you don't bless someone when they sneeze, their soul escapes their body. And that is a terrible fate I do not wish upon myself. Oh dear. Yeah, really simple, really simple. And we'll definitely have to do a tad of work on the bottom here. Shame it doesn't have enough depth. So it'll be a tad funky. But no problem about that, no problem. Sometimes funky is good. Did that just come off weird there? People are going to be giving me odd looks now, just like, yeah. That's just a bit strange of you. Okay, this is another thing. Actually, I was going to ask, do we put a roof on the balcony? Or do we just leave an open top balcony? What do we reckon? Let me know your deepest, darkest thoughts and secrets. You'd like to change your name to Crystal? Ooh. Interesting choice. If you don't mind me asking, why would that be? I don't know if you just really hate your name at the moment and you'd much prefer Crystal. I don't think... No, I don't know anyone called Crystal. Keep going down. Yes, roof. Okay. Okay, we shall go for roof. Roof indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We added 4 up, and that's where we began the extra nonsense. And it'll be a similar design on top. Actually, I've not really elaborated this very well, but as we go around, there will be like a you get really wide looking buildings when you do that. There will be sort of like it's hard to explain. I'm trying to use words here. My words are failing me. Battlements, I suppose, kind of like that style. Very small ones though, nothing massive. Just that sort of fancy look. Hopefully that works just fine. It certainly seems to be working. Sometimes the hardest thing about it is trying to get the numbers to work. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Oh, I can't believe I'm making Call of Duty references. It's terrible. I'm ashamed of myself. Right. And does this line up? No, it doesn't line up. That's really unfortunate. I don't know how that's... I think it's when you go around the corner, things starts to get weird. I'm just going to have to do a larger gap there then, I suppose. I don't know. Because these ones, it's kind of like one's in the middle, but there isn't really a middle for this. Just the way it works, as you come out, it's sort of... Because on this one, it's like, if you have 5 behind, there's 5 in front. Whereas on this one, if you have 5 behind, you end up with only 4 in front. So the pattern kind of gets mucked about just a tad bit. So I might have to extend it just a little bit. Might look a bit strange, but at least it'll only look strange in one area, rather than looking strange where it might matter most. It's not overly noticeable. What I might do is I might take this one and put it here, so there's a 2 gap on each side. If it's even, it's less noticeable. Yeah, that's much better. That is much better. Of course, let me know if this is the absolute most terrible design you've ever seen and you're actually embarrassed for me. Do let me know. There we are. Just gotta keep things going. Yeah. Let's have a little look. I like it. It could be a bit more accentuated, but I think it's fine as it is. Just a little bit to cap it off, and then obviously we'll have the roof behind it. What is your name now? Yep, but you already have a wonderful name. Well, I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Sometimes when you're named after certain people, especially, fallouts happen and these sort of things, it can be quite, I don't know, it can be annoying on a personal level. And, of course, you're your own person. You're more than within your right to change your name. Just as long as the people most that you plan to be communicating with in future know about this change. Not that they should have a say in it necessarily, but as long as they know. Otherwise that could be odd. Last thing you want is people, it's like, how are you, Julian? It's like, that's not my name. It's like, last time I checked. Here we are. Nice and simple. Very easy. Of course, this little bit here might actually need to go eventually. I'm going to put it in for now. But when we build the building next to it, that might just be completely erased. Simply to do with how that other building might be built. There we go, nice and simple. Keep adding it all in. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Unless you're building on my Minecraft world. In that case, there definitely are mistakes, and many of them. Sorry, Bob Ross, gotta go against the mantra now. Might be blasphemy, but it's the best I can do. Oh dear, it's a bit uneven. That's another problem we're gonna have. So we're gonna have to figure out. That's kind of like the center block there. So we might just have to put. How's this gonna work? Right, so we've got them two going in. Would it look strange if I had one behind it? Like that? Yeah, that looks strange. Maybe we'll just have a double. That will just double up. There's only one place on the roof where that happens, so yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Can the roof have a little bit more of the green kelp on it? It certainly can have a little bit more of the green kelp on it. I don't know how I'd implement it, but yes, certainly it can. The only problem with trying to implement the green kelp on the roof is the fact that it's meant to be a 45-degree roof. That's what I was going to go for. And with a 45-degree roof, unless it's a very tall one, there's not really much you can do in terms of embellishments such as windows. And it'd probably be a tad weird to just add in blocks of this green kelp onto an otherwise, slanting roof. Perhaps I'll do the actual roof itself first, and then we'll get to the other bit. We'll get to adding in some color afterwards, perhaps. Yeah. The other massive trouble we have right now is simply because of how this goes from a straight building into a 45-degree angle building. It really messes with the dimensions, especially the roof size. Hopefully we're gonna get past that problem without too much trouble. If not, we tried. We tried our hardest. I do notice I hadn't finished the actual battlements or topping. I don't know what you'd actually call it. It's kind of what they are. But we're just going to bring this around and see if it doesn't sort of fix itself. It probably won't, but then again, sometimes roofs are one of the toughest things you can do in Minecraft. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet, deal with an ugly roof. I'm not gonna lie, I have dealt with many an ugly roof in this world, and I've just had to learn to live with it. It's okay though, you don't get nightmares or any of that sort of stuff about it. It just sort of annoys you just a bit. Nothing serious. There we are. So someone just cemented their head in a microwave. That wasn't a very smart idea, was it? I mean, I'm assuming you mean intentionally, because that's not a great thing to do. Why the hell would you do that? Jeez. And I was just given some cotton candy. Well, Christ, at least there's something good going on in the world. Ooh, could go for some cotton candy. Actually, no, I still have ice cream in the freezer, I think. Second the stream is over, I am getting that out. Oh, oh yes. I think it's cookie dough as well. Oh, oh yes. A little bit of cookie dough ice cream can't go amiss. Just get the rest of these stairs put on. It takes quite a while to actually get all this done, simply because how meticulous the placing has to be. I'm sure there's probably some weird sort of tool online to actually do this, but then again, this is now a Microsoft ran thing, so it's like, oh, we probably don't want to get using any mods on our game. That's just what they've tried to done. They tried to make like a store and everything, and it seems, oh, you're kind of going that route. I get you. Sometimes adding the right around can be a tricky thing. But at the same time, that might be the best idea, considering that this bit is significantly wider than this area. It might be how we have to go about it. Just trying to keep up with chat. He recorded it and all. Wow. Well, I'm sure he's very proud of himself. I don't think I've ever been caught on camera doing something quite that idiotic. At least not with assumedly my face showing, unless he's like cemented his head in a in a microwave while also wearing a balaclava. Probably one of the weirdest videos you could ever watch. Oh dear. Oh, very nice, giving out that beautiful cotton candy. I was going to ask what flavour the cotton candy is, and now that I think about it, it's like, is flavoured cotton candy actually like a thing? Because it's like, it's pretty much just sugar, isn't it? Like, that's pretty much what cotton candy is, just mostly sugar. But I wonder, is there's like flavour? I'm more than sure that it exists. It's just whether it's like something, you know, that's quite common, or is that just me? You don't usually find cotton candy just kicking about in supermarkets where I live. But then again, my government's like proper hefty on like sugar. It's like I was saying in a previous stream, you have to be you have to show ID and be over 16 to buy energy drink. It's like, whew. I understand where the concern's coming from, but does that really have to be government implemented? Big fan of my freedoms, thanks. I have to ID 25-year-olds for energy drink. I'm sure they can make their own decisions. There we go. And just keep adding that a little bit there. It's certainly going to taper out quite well. It's just I'm wondering whether this roof is going to keep up, because this roof obviously, like I said, is a lot smaller distance to cover than this one. So it's really making sure that that doesn't become a problem when it so easily could. And down in chat there. We still want to see your beautiful face, Tangy. Perhaps in future. Like I said, I am definitely thinking about doing face cam. I might wait until I've got a bit better internet until I do that. You know, suddenly it'll just be a massive increase in quality in these streams. Have brilliant overlays, face cam. You can actually see what I'm doing. It's not just a blurry screen. That'll be great. The only problem with that though is that actually I have to clean this room a bit more often. I have all like jackets and like dirty socks lying around the place. You think I'm talking about a bedroom? No, this is my living room, people. I kid, it's honestly not that bad at all. I do have a bad habit for that. And I get chewed through for it. Sometimes I take off my socks and just leave them in terrible places. Oh dear. I like to think of it as a fun activity. Oh, where's he going to leave his socks today? Yeah. Yeah, it's not going terribly. It could be going worse. I don't know. Trying to make sure that this one adequately fills in at a similar rate at least. At least from the side, yeah, it looks like it's going well. A few more layers and I'm sure I'll be regretting this. That's usually how it works. Started from here last time. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Start from here. Ooh. Don't know why I did that one in, but what can I say? I'm a stickler for consistency. There we going. My old buddy had to show ID for an energy drink. He was in the store to buy it to me while I was waiting for the person to open up. My old work buddy had to show ID for an energy drink. He was in the store to buy it to me while I was waiting for the person to open up. Okay, I might be confused. And he's 40 plus. Jeez oh. Jeez oh. Not gonna lie, I probably shouldn't do it, but most of the time, if I think you're even vaguely over 18, I'm not gonna ID you for an energy drink. It's like, come on. You're old enough to make your own decisions. Just don't become obese and we won't have a problem. You know? Like I said. Who wants personal responsibility? Nah. The government can do that for us. Oh Christ, maybe that's too political a stance I'm taking there. Gotta keep these streams squeaky clean. Can't let any ounce of controversial thinking come out here. Especially on that's what we'll do. Controversial Minecraft streams. It's like I'll start placing blocks in really terrible positions. And I'll be like, that's terrible. It's like, is it terrible or is it just controversial? Just tear down the cathedral and replace it with a library. It's like, oh yeah, religion sucks. Be really edgy. I noticed we went down to like 5 viewers. It's like, has everyone got bored of Minecraft? Maybe they're just sick of my ramblings about all this weird nonsense. Oh dear. Where have you gone? To be fair though, 5 people, that's pretty much like my regular view base. Anything above that, it's probably the bots. The bots have gotten sick. They detected the word controversial and moved on. There we go. Garfield wants my cotton candy. God damn it, Garfield. Stealing cotton candy. What next? You're gonna hate Mondays. That can't be. Not the cathedral. Sorry, Agent 17's wife. The cathedral has to go. This is now an edgy Minecraft stream where all the controversial things happen. We're spicing it up. Oh dear. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a difficult one to sort out. It does seem as if this isn't going to close up quite as quickly as I hoped it would. But that's okay, like I said, ugly roofs are just the standard. And luckily they're high up. If you're ever walking around the world, you're not going to see it as much. You can get away with an ugly roof. I mean, also like I was saying, it might be difficult to implement the the dark green kelp on the roof. I'm honestly not sure how we'd go about that. If you do want to suggest it, tell me how you think we might manage that. But ooh, that's gonna be a difficult one. I have to curve that around the corner as well, so it's nice and easy. It might just work out. Maybe just. Like, literally just. Lol, no. Oh, dear. My. Yeah. Or maybe just people took my advice, you know, they're damn sick of Minecraft, too much Minecraft. They're waiting until I skip over onto Darkest Dungeon. We'll probably do that within the next half hour, probably. Won't leave it too long. I mean, the main reason I actually started with Minecraft is, one, because I wanted to make sure everyone knew about the whole situation with the server. And secondly, because, well, I was actually playing it before I went to stream, so I was like, can't be bothered bringing up another game, let's just do this. If you were wondering what I was doing, I was actually, turning these paths into actual, like, textured paths. That's literally all I was doing. The things I do for my streams. Well, actually, the things I do in general. I mean, trust me, if I wasn't streaming Minecraft onto the internet, I'd probably still be doing this. Nothing really would change that much. Except instead of talking to you lovely people, I'd simply be talking to myself. Why don't you make the top flat? Or is it too rainy for that? Well, unfortunately, we're still not southern enough that it's, you can get away with too many flat roofs. When you get down to Hjalets is definitely an area where you can get away with a flat roof like that. Obviously, it's kind of like the same with Sam. Sam's actually a tiny bit colder than Hjalets, despite being relatively, like, almost more southern, in fact. It's because it's actually near to the, a mountain range, so it tends to get a bit more rain. But, you know, that's why Sam still has, like, the really pointy roofs. But certainly, with Camille, despite the fact that it's very fertile, they still tend to go with, these sort of, once again, now that I think about it, Camille is also very close to a mountain range. That's probably not going to help them in terms of rain. You do get a lot of rain when you have a lot more mountains. Just how it is. But, this isn't going terribly. I think, the difference when we do close this up will be minor enough to the point where we don't really have to worry too much about, it looking absolutely awful. Maybe just, looking slightly odd if you look at it from the aerial position. And let's face it, I'm trying to build this world so that you can walk through it, like literally just go on the floor and walk through it, and have a nice time. Despite the fact it's created, I'd like to think that it was pretty enough from the ground that you could just walk from one end of the world to the other and never feel that things were out of place. It's a lot to ask for, it truly is, but I'm doing my best to make it a thing. Obviously I have to actually build the buildings first and all the hills and all that rubbish, and then I have to create paths, and then the paths themselves have to have scenery that are adjacent to them that makes it look natural. So it's a long process, a very long process, but one day we will do it. And when that day comes, it shall be a joyous occasion. There shall be many a free juice on that day. There'll be juice lottery all day long. There we are. And we'll just keep going around. Just keep going around. Still trying to close up this roof. Honestly, roofs probably take the longest amount of time in some cases, unless you've got a massive building, obviously. Or if the roof's in fact quite an easy design, like this one in particular, because it's on the 45-degree angle, that just makes the roof very time consuming. Especially if you're doing not a flat roof. If it's a flat roof, easy peasy.
Donkey.
Oh, donkey, thank you so much for the donkey. An Agent 17 with a 1-bit. Where is the donkey coming from, though? Commander Root! Commander Root has followed. And, tell me if I'm wrong, is Commander Root not a bot? But what I might suspect... Is this someone with the name Commander Root, but isn't the same actual user? It's like, I don't know. I always thought Commander Root was a bot. Maybe I'm wrong. And Agent 17 is no. It's more that I get a Commander Root who watches my videos incredibly often. So if it isn't a bot, I actually feel really bad now, because if it isn't, I mean, oh. I've been deleting you out of the juice. Oh, Tiny Pickle's asking, how do I feel about horror games / movies? That bot is following everyone, so their streams advertise a channel. That is incredibly strange. I wonder how that works. Yeah, true. I suppose that's how it is. Emily, how do you feel about horror games / movies? I quite enjoy some horror games / movies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit of a wuss, a bit of a scaredy cat. I am not particularly a fan of playing horror games, not gonna lie. I have no aversion to it. I would certainly do it for a stream, but I don't think I'd be particularly... It's not something I would do in my spare time. I'm sure it would be fun, though. In terms of horror movies, I do much prefer movies. Especially like horror comedies. Obviously, I've said Shaun of the Dead is definitely one of my favourite movies. The Blade series, I actually really like the Blade series. If you never heard of that, the vampire. You do get certain movies that they have elements of horror, but aren't really horror movies. If you've never seen an Interview with a Vampire, it has Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in it, but it's actually like an incredibly good movie from a drama standpoint. It's like Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and it's like incredibly deep emotional movie in some senses. It's pretty damn funny too. It's a long movie, long movie. Do I like Hot Fuzz too? Follows then unfollows. Ah, interesting. I was wondering, because I do see that bot come up on my like the currency, like when I'm checking juice, it comes up all the time, so I've obviously been deleting it out. And I've actually had a few people, never a bot that follows then unfollows, but I've had I think 2 people have followed me then unfollowed me, and I'm like, oh, how dare you. How could you? I thought we had something. Yeah. It's just in the life of a Twitch streamer, and I'm just like, ah. But yeah, I do love Hot Fuzz as well. In fact, the more I think about it, Hot Fuzz is an absolute fantastic movie. In fact, in a lot of ways, Hot Fuzz is a really great social commentary movie. At least for Britain. That might be a bit hard to understand without some context, but I'm not going to get into it. But no, I absolutely love Hot Fuzz. Simon Pegg in general, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Star Trek, not going to lie, but you know, it's decent in it. The movies aren't brilliant, in my opinion, the latest ones. The World's End is actually one of these movies that I wasn't convinced at first, but the more I've watched it, the better I think it is. That's kind of how that's went. I'm trying to think what other really good movies he's in. I'm not even gonna lie, when I think of Simon Pegg appearances, has anyone watched Band of Brothers? If you're a fan of World War II settings, which I certainly am, Band of Brothers is an absolute must-see. You must see it. It's probably one of the better HBO series there ever has been or ever will be. Simon Pegg plays a cameo in it, pretty much. This is back when he wasn't a really big Hollywood star. I actually know the roof has turned out fantastic, not gonna lie, that worked out perfectly. Yeah, there we go. No problems at all. But honestly, Band of Brothers is a fantastic series, in my opinion. Oh god. Yeah. I love to watch scare pranks. Oh god. I don't really watch that sort of stuff, but there was a point where I do binge watch some really weird things every now and then. I can totally get your interest in those sort of things. And I know, but I think I was in the shower for most of that conversation. You really need to see Man Up. I know it did. You did say that, and unfortunately it kind of slipped to the back of my mind. I'm sorry, I really am. Yeah, I would definitely give that a look. I think I already asked, is it on like Netflix? I'm more than sure I can find it. Christ, I've got to start doing what Sushi does and like start taking notes or something, you know, so I don't forget things. I'm a forgetful person, unfortunately. Very forgetful. What can I say? Tangerines don't have the best mind capabilities. We are but fruit, after all. Oh dear. Oh, yes, quite, indeed. Go on. Trying to keep up with this. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? Yes, I have. I'm pretty sure that's what they refer to as the phenomenon where people en masse think a certain event happened in a certain way, but in fact that is not true, if that is even close to a decent answer to that. I think it was mainly around people think Nelson Mandela died in prison or something, wasn't it? But, like, he didn't. So there you go. Nah, it works out just fine. That's just fine. And we can pretty much call this building complete. Just gotta do the front of the, Ooh, the front of this. There we are. It is my second favourite Simon Pegg mini. Oh dear. I have watched a few episodes of Spaced. Funny, but not quite as funny as I like. You get shows like that. You know, they're sort of bang average. To be fair, stuff like Big Bang Theory, like that one gets pelted quite a lot. But like, it's just one of those shows where it's like, you know what, I enjoy it. It's not the funniest thing there could be, but I certainly don't hate it to the degree that some people do. Some people just love hating that show. Although I've got to admit, I've seen some. They actually do this with Friends as well. Some videos online of people who remove the laugh track. or even better, add in their own laugh track. It's like, oh, I love this. Actually, it genuinely does make the thing like 10 times funnier, not gonna lie. It genuinely does. Oh dear. The viewer count went back down to 5. Everyone's heard that I don't mind Big Bang Theory. They've all left out of disgust now. Just like, ugh, tasteless. Oh dear. And I suppose there should be another doorway here. Doorway. Very good. How is that balcony? Is that too weird looking? Does it do the job? Do let me know if that is okay. It's a little bit spindly, not particularly formidable looking, but I think it does the job. Perhaps I could get away with bringing these down just by one. Did I get away with that? Yeah, even something small like that I think makes it look a lot better. There we go. I like the balcony. I do too. I like interesting things, and I think certainly on a building as important as this, that there should be something like a balcony. Certainly. There we go. The thing is, everyone gets our shows. We had to wait around for the internet to see shows from other places, with a few exceptions. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's the point. There's a lot of things that, you know, obviously American culture is incredibly powerful, you know. You can get a ton of things from America, a lot of imports, both in terms of TV shows and in other ways, but the other way around, maybe not so much. Maybe certain things, like within certain groups, especially recently, it's like Japanese culture. Is it really Japanese? Maybe that sort of area, at least, that's really imposed itself internationally. Certainly. But yeah, I am a big fan of the grain exchange. Like I said, we're probably going to expand some townhouses that go around this sort of area, and then in the middle, there will be sort of like a market square. I will have to deal with the terrain problem, but I could probably do most of that off stream, and hopefully come back and just get into the building. Really, it's like you guys said, it's you don't come for the Minecraft, you come for the commentary and stuff like that. Of course, a lot of the commentary is based off how interesting I think the Minecraft world is, so there you go. But, I think when it comes to building terrain, it's genuinely just not interesting. So it's probably best I leave that. Sandbag, hello, how are we, my friend? Actually, Sandbag, I'm very glad you dropped by, because I took a little tiny snoop, just a wee tiny snoop on your profile. Apparently you have world record game times in certain games, like speedruns. Is that true? That is very impressive, my friend. As you know personally, the closest I've come to any sort of record is rank 36 on Papers, Please. I'm pretty sure I don't hold any other interesting sort of world records like that. Boo, I came for papers. He didn't say please, though. Been grinding on this game for a few days, but can't find any viewers like you. I've got to say, Sandbag, I was probably quite lucky. I didn't really start playing Minecraft or showing it off until I'd actually gotten a few regular viewers, like the lovely agents, Mr. Limey and so on. In fact, Mr. Limey might have came over during the raid. I'm not sure. I got rather lucky. Certainly, there is a certain YouTuber I know of. I'll certainly give your videos a good watch, because I didn't actually watch any of your videos. I am sorry. I might tell a certain YouTuber about your streamer. I keep saying YouTube, Jesus. Tell a certain streamer about your channel. Maybe he'll be able to help you out with that problem. Oh dear. Quote 25. Don't show him the quotes. No, not the quotes. Oh god. Quote 25 is actually a brilliant game. Sandbag, I'm pretty sure I've given you somewhat of a little tour. Probably not the full one, you've probably only caught a little bit. But, certainly some interesting stuff. Oh, look at this. There's a lovely sign here now. I think I did this on stream, kind of like right at the end of the other one. Oh dear. Yeah, we were just getting finished building this lovely grain market, actually. Oh, Jesus Christ! Who is hosting? What have you done? Thank you so much, though. I do love that. Of course, I try to light the whole place up, and I start with the freaking tower. I don't know what you're referencing there, Mr. Limey. Yes, Agent 17's wife coming in with the "you only have yourself to blame" for the quotes. You're not wrong, but at the same time, it's like I said, one of these times I'm going to say something really terrible, and it's going to get quoted. I'm going to naively accept the quote, and then all of a sudden, lovely people jump into the stream, such as a Sandbag. He's like, "Hello, everyone," and then we're going to just show him this really terrible quote. Like, just, I don't know, like, we should euthanize all old people over the age of 65. Some terrible quote like that. I realize in saying that, that's probably going to become a quote now. So that'll be fun. This is just embarrassing now. It truly is. What can I say? Oh dear. Yeah, back. What were you saying? The palace near the house you're building. I'm just trying to light it up so I can fix on the inside. This is a church, Limey. You ever heard of a thing called religion? Yeah, in some countries it's quite a popular thing. Sometimes they build really nice looking buildings to do it to do it and do their religion. Ah, Christ. I don't know. I'm sure Swedish would have been quite a Christian nation at some point. I don't know. But then again, it is one of those Scandinavian countries. Yeah, because I know Finland. I'm very aware of Finland. In fact, if someone would like to go to Google Images right now and look up basically church and then Oulu, so Oulu. Yeah? Oulu. If you look up church in Oulu, and you're going to have a little image pop up that looks fairly similar to this building. I don't steal designs from the real world, I promise. Except for in very certain cases where I really want to add in a building from real life. Mostly finished churches. What are you saying there, Agent 17's wife? Oh, well, sorry. What is religion? Is it like religion, but we do it again? Yes, that pretty much exactly on there, Sandbag. Spot on. Why not? When you build the townhouses, you better build a nice one for me. I certainly will. Don't worry, I am... Even if you hadn't said I'm impulsive, I would have built some ridiculously over-the-top townhouse at some point. Yeah. So, you've got world records in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker and Fatal Rewind for Genesis, and you also used to speedrun Final Fantasy. Oh, truly incredible, Sandbag. I do love actually watching videos on these sorts of things, like who's got world records and this and that. That is, I don't know if you could maybe actually, that's the thing, Sandbag. You're not part of our Discord. I would like to extend a humble invitation to our Discord. If you do so happen to accept, I would be honoured if you could send me a video link. If you've got any recordings, perhaps, of these speedruns. I don't know if this is from a long time ago, because I know at least pre-mid-2000s, quite a lot of speedruns weren't actually recorded. You just kind of had to go off of, trust, really. Oh, thank you so much, Agent 17's wife, for putting the Discord link in. I might just build a little townhouse here now. I've gotten too engrossed in talking about this. But yeah, maybe just a little townhouse here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go for an interesting palette to give it some nice light colours, especially since we've got these new stripped wood blocks. I thought I'd have a go at trying to use these. Ooh, maybe they're stripped acacia wood. That looks really nice. Ooh. Yeah, that could be interesting. Commons. I think this will be deleted. Deleting. Yeah. Most speedruns can be found in the highlights section. Oh, I'll definitely take a look. And thank you, Agent 17, for the bit. I don't know. I think I originally had my bot to catch all of those. Did you guys hear that? I don't know if I heard some of there. For all I know, the bits notification could be working. It's just really quiet. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a check out though, Sandbag. I'd be really interested to see that. Green and cream. Yeah, sure. Sounds great. Oh, should I add? Well, if it's gonna be green, I might as well add like dark green for the pillars then. I think that's how we should go. There's actually a building in Bronholm that has that sort of vibe to it. Like it has green as sort of like the filler. Oh, not the filler. Like you can see that obviously I used wood as the structure for the bottom. The oh Christ, I'm forgetting all my words. The frame. That's it. Wood is the frame at the bottom, but as you come up, it turns into this grey concrete. And on this one, I'm using the green concrete as a frame. There we go. Thank you so much, Alicia Brooks, for the donkey there. It's great to see you. I think last time you joined the stream, we were playing Cuphead. And I did hope you would we would see you back, because I do love seeing people come back into stream. Just let me know, Alyssa Brooks, if you're sticking around, if you've got a spare, ooh, I don't know, 20 minutes. They get longer and longer the more I build. Would you like to see a tour of my little humble world here? I would be most honoured if you would accept my humble invitation. Oh, you remember me. Of course, I am not a very large streamer just yet. I remember pretty much everyone. For now. My head grew 3 times its own size that night. Yes. Could be interesting to have a little cream design. Yeah, can I see it? You're absolutely most welcome to see this world. I love taking people on tours around this place. It's practically an inner meme within the channel at this point. What we are currently looking at is Camille. Now, Camille is a very agricultural based area. It's very lovely around this area in the map. And as you can see, I've done loads of little crop fields and a lovely church. And this is actually going to be a grain market. There will be more of a town centre over here with less the little buildings but more nice townhouses. Now, if you are wondering, this world is crazy big. It's all flat land that I've built on top of. It's taken 3 years to get to this point, and will probably take many more years until it's well, even slightly developed to a reasonable amount. What I'm going to do, Alyssa Brooks, I don't know if I should just call you Alyssa. It'd be a lot easier on the amount of syllables I need to use. I'm going to do a quick flyover to the world map where I can show you the crazy extent to which this tour is going to expand. There's a lot of things to see. There's Jesus, probably a little too much to see at this point, but I'm going to show you at least all the good stuff. Hopefully. All the stuff I can possibly muster into one time. Yeah, you can call me Alyssa, well, thank you. That'll make it certainly easier on me. Where are we down? Alright, we have to go and get some groceries. We may be back later. Okay, Agent 17's wife, I will see you, hopefully see you later. It's always sad to see the agents go. Oh yeah, and did I mention this world was actually started on a Xbox 360 Minecraft edition? Yeah, so yeah, everything you see is built by hand. Not only was it built by hand, It was all built by me personally. Nothing on here was actually built by anybody else. I think anyone who comes onto this server instantly looks at it and goes, nope, I'm not getting involved in that. Oh, I'm showing a bit too much there. Can't be giving you spoilers, can I? But yes, we will see the agents a little bit more. Oh, if you want to call people call me Ali for short. If that's fine, Ali, that'd be fine. Fine by me. What we were originally doing is looking at the world map. Now, where we started off, this is Camille from an aerial view. I know it's lovely, isn't it? You can't actually see. You have to update maps manually. So, originally we were sitting building a nice little building here. And these are all the crop fields I was showing you, the lovely church. We took a lovely beeline across the map, whoop, 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 and sort of went up here. Now, we are currently sitting behind the half mountain. The reason it's a half mountain is obviously because there's only half of it. I was too lazy to build the back of it. Mainly because I have to place every single block by hand. So we are sitting in here looking at the world map. And the world map itself shows pretty much every major building site I have in this world. This world is kind of based off of, I don't know, fantasy land that's kind of in a weird steampunky timeline. Mostly taking off medieval sort of things there. Medieval setting, steampunk buildings, it's all a fucking mishmash and none of it makes actual sense. But, yeah. You're about to see to the extent of which I am probably... Yeah, you're about to see to the extent that I am a crazy bugger. Let me just put Discord on Do Not Disturb there. Someone was giving me a little message, bless them. However, can't leave myself open to spamming there. This, as you can see, we're just here, coming over. This is Brondholm. Brondholm is the main city. Now, it's a lot more impressive in person, and this is why I'm going to save it for the very last. Yeah. The map doesn't look massive on stream, but when you actually have to travel across it, like this lake that I built, if you actually fly across it, whew, yeah, wow. So, once we get into the little details, I'll show you all of Brondholm, and that should be fun. But what we're probably going to do is have a look around some of the smaller areas first. Tell me this, Ali, how much time do you have? Do you want the full tour, or should I just show you the best bits? Yes, I built a lake. It did take a long time. If you think that's impressive, I'm actually trying to build an ocean down here, but that's another story. That's going to take a while. Oh dear. Yeah, this is what happens when you start a flat land and then decide you want to build a fantasy world on it. Big mistake. Full tour. Oh my god. Congrats, Ali. You are going to see a lot of things that many other people haven't seen. We're going to come to the little town here of Randalton. Now, Randalton actually has an interesting backstory. Randalton is the site of a town where it's home to a former hedge knight. Currently, the descendants of this hedge knight rule this little town. As you can see, a lot of these buildings haven't been built. This is a in-progress map, as you can tell by these weird mountains that don't exist. But it was granted to this hedge knight after he broke the siege of a castle. Now, this hedge knight was very much looked down upon. He was seen as almost a traitor with no loyalty, being a hedge knight. But one day, the great known castle of Cannondor, which hasn't been built yet, was under siege. Now, the thing about Cannondor is it's a very impressive castle, very difficult to take. However, it's in quite a remote location, which means sieging it is a lot easier. So that was usually the preferred method of trying to, take it over. And this brave hedge knight, brave hedge knight, broke the siege by rallying troops from a nearby village and, despite being very much outnumbered, managed to cause the enemy army to flee. And the king, being so grateful to this hedge knight, granted him lands in the north here. The king of Canondor was once a very powerful man. Not so much today, but he used to have a lot of land. So, now this is called Randalton and is home to House Grant. There's a lot of backstory that's not really all that formed, but this particular town, being quite small, has surprisingly quite a bit of backstory. What we're going to do is going to take a little bit of a beeline and we're going to go to Oldergard. Now, Oldergard is a large little, well, it's practically a little city that sits on the edge of the Great Lake. There's not a whole lot of backstory, but what I can say, have you ever played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion? This particular building here is actually based off of the townhouses in Shading Hole. You may remember Shading Hole because that's where you get that's where you get the Brotherhood side quests. So maybe you recognize it. This was my best attempt. The other buildings kind of have a similar color palette, but it sort of reverts to my usual style of building. As you can see, it's right on the lake here. I thought that was a nice little touch. And there's a lot of communal housing. There's rather large bell tower, which doubles up as a lighthouse. The thing you should know about the Great Lake is there's some nasty raiders who skirt about, really roughing up some of the towns and villages and cities, such as this one that sit on its edges. So they like to be aware of this. And they're a massive fan of their spare time, their entertainment, and as such they have this ridiculous arena with this really tiny area for people to bare knuckle box. That's a big pastime in this town, watching people bare knuckle box to near death practically in the middle of this arena. As you can see, it has a lot of seats. It's fair to say that Oldergard gets a lot of tourism. Yeah. Yeah, I have just started. In 30 minutes to show you the entire world. Oof, I better get to the good stuff quick then. We are going to turn our butts around and we're going to have a look at Haussburg. Haussburg is another large town, maybe not quite as big as Oldergard, but it's very impressive in terms of how long it's been here. It's a very old town. As you can see, this boat here, I will make this slight, what's the word? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, this particular boat was not designed by me. This is not my original design. There are a few buildings on this map that aren't. And I will probably mention them when we see them. But this I actually got off a YouTube tutorial, but not for a second do I regret it, because this is absolutely beautiful. But it sits in the harbour here of Haussburg, and Haussburg is a very ancient town. The backstory behind Haussburg is that originally, if I take you over to the particular building while keeping my view down for unspecified reasons, this is the oldest building in the city, or town, and this is the home of the Ashen Knight Order. Now, the Ashen Knight is a very old, think of them like the Teutons, or actually more like the St. James Order. It's probably closer to St. James. Or is the Knight of St. John? I can never remember. But yeah, these guys are an ancient monastic order who came down from the north to settle in these lands. Because these lands in very ancient times used to only be inhabited by tribes. And these glorious knights here thought it was about time they brought the old gods to the knights. To the tribes, rather. But it just so happens that one of these tribes was strong enough to take on the knights. So, they were defeated, and being very proud and, well, really adherents of combat, they pledged their fealty to this tribe member whose kin now rule over Haussburg and the Great Keep here. The keep is actually going to be much larger than just this one hall, but I don't know. It's not a very realistic design to have the grand hall just be open to like the steps here, but it looks cool, so I went with it. This is actually one of the first places I built on this server, just in case you're wondering. So really you get to see a mesh, like these new townhouse buildings, which are more like my current style, compared to like this very old sort of design where it's literally you know, blocky roofs and literal buttons as design. That's like the amount of detail that I used to do into designs. It's still nice. It's not terrible, but I think I've definitely improved. It would have been about 3 years ago these houses were built. Yeah. So Halfsburg, a nice little town with a large castle. So continuing out of Halfsburg, we're going to continue. We're going to gloss over Laura Lewin here. Continue over the lovely fields. And as you can see in the distance, that is Talan. Talan is actually another... I've actually just noticed now that I'm playing on a single player world and not on a realm. And I get a much better draw distance, which makes it much more difficult to hide things in the distance. I've only just caught on to this. But Talan is home to the Horse Knights of the Grasslands. These people are very good on horseback. They live in this walled-off town here. And in case you're wondering, that is meant to be a horse. There's only so much you can do with the Minecraft. But unfortunately, it's just a facade at the moment. This lovely kill zone as you head into this 4-way gatehouse. Sort of like a more fancy quarters here where the merchants and stuff live. And then obviously that quarter will be, well actually it's more like third. All the poor people are going to live in here. Or the serfs. And up this way is going to be where the main castle and all the nobles, all the nobles will live. We're going to continue on to another sort of castled city, town. It's barely a town, it's like more of a village. This is Inchley. Now Inchley is actually connected directly to the largest city, Brondholm. Obviously I've not built all of the city, more like a quarter of it at most. But I do so much love the colour palette here. They're very light and the super light roofs. You get these lovely towers that connect it around. Yeah, Inchley is more like a fortified outpost, more like where a general would be stationed. And funnily enough, they also produce soap. I know, very strange, but this is actually technically a soap factory. and I made sure to make it realistic. So you burn wood to create your ash, you put that ash in the bottom of a barrel with some hay, and you can also add some animal fats in there at the end. And once that turns into lye, I think that's when you add the animal fats after you have your lye, and that's when you get your lovely soap. It's also a nice little pub or inn that I've only recently finished, with the help of Agent 17's wife to decorate the inside. If you're wondering what I mean by help, she dictated from on above as I was working away, slaving away to make a good design. Yes, there was a giant statue in the distance that you probably weren't meant to see. But that's just a little teaser for later. What you saw was the Guardian Gate, and he stands over, watchful of the city of Brondholm. What we're actually going to do is we're going to take a long trip. Unfortunately, this is quite long distance to travel. We're going to go down to the south, to the city of Hjalits. Now, Hjalits is on the very southern coast of the Grasslands, on the sea. As you may have noticed, the sea hasn't been built because that's a monumentous task. But Hjalits, obviously, because it's on the sea, gets a lot of trade, has a much warmer climate, which hopefully you'll be able to tell from in the actual building designs. And obviously it gets a bigger mix of cultures. So, obviously not as big a mix of cultures as today. It's a medieval world. You gotta be somewhat realistic, even though some things are a bit more fantasy geared. What you're seeing now is some of the almost like tenement blocks they sort of have. This is the large Parliament building. Now I really like this 4-tower design. The main chamber and assembly in the centre, and there's also 4 courtyards that sort of line the inner parts of the building there. If I actually take a zoom to the side here, you'll see sort of the design I have on the sides. I do think this is I build in quite a modular way. You'll notice that patterns repeat. It's kind of how I do it. But oh, this is one of my favourite. I just really like it. Big and imposing. But yeah, other than the Parliament building, there is this lovely long walk up to the centrepiece where we have a church. This church is actually based off another church in real life. If someone wants to have a look at the if someone wants to have a look at the Google image for it, if there's a church in Tampere, that's in Finland, and this is actually fairly similar in design, however the roofs are a lot less pointy. I think these actually came off quite interesting, so I'm very happy with it. But as you can tell, there's a lot of flat roofs, so it's a lot warmer here. They don't need to worry about the rain as much as those pesky northerners. Yeah, it has this lovely design. It's very colourful in Hyalet's. That's kind of what I was going to go for. It almost has a Mediterranean vibe. That's exactly what I was thinking. This here was actually the first house to be built, in case you're wondering. The very first thing to be built in this town was this. Or at least the first thing to be designed, rather. As we continue on, just take you through these large open streets with these townhouses on either side. One day, if you're noticing, there's a lot of outlines. These are all going to be houses in future or buildings of some sort. It's all going to take a very long time. But yeah, this lovely main street with the very colourful designs. Oh, I spend more time looking at my own buildings than actually building in this world. I guarantee it. And in case you're wondering, pretty much everything in front now should be sea. You can see I've started destroying it there, but pretty much everything south of here is going to be sea for quite a bloody while. Thank you so much, Ali. Truly, it's always a really huge compliment to see people that are impressed by this. In fact, I've had several people who've said, "Do you know what? I don't even like Minecraft that much, but I think your world's really cool looking." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy to hear it." You know, it truly makes me think, I was glad people can be interested in it. In case you're wondering, Ali, you can actually go onto this world, although there is a little bit of a barrier. Basically, I've made it so that if you're either a zealot rank on my channel, which means you kind of have to watch my streams for quite a bit, or if you're subscribed to my channel, then all you have to do is message me and I'll send you an invite link to this world, and you can walk around and view it for yourself. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to take a little walk along the coast, and we're going to go to Sam. Now, Sam is pretty much, it started up as a fishing village, but actually became quite a good area for trade, especially for this where would that be? Southeast sort of area of the Grasslands, and that's probably why it has so many fancy buildings for a small little town that mostly deals in fish. If you're wondering, these containers hold fish and whale oil. So, very smelly, I imagine Sam would be. Very smelly place. Can't people... Well, actually, no. What it is I have this on a Realms server. Unfortunately, because I started off on Xbox, Realms was really the best I do. I'm not great with computers, so I wouldn't know how to crack open the world and put it onto Java. But yeah, this is actually this is a single player that you're seeing right now, and then I also upload this single player map onto a Realms server for people to come join, and they're completely separate. So luckily no one can go and firebomb everything I've built, unless it is on the Realm server. But if they firebomb it, I can easily just upload the map again, and everything gets reset, so no trouble there. You can sort of see these lovely townhouse designs, sort of the way I do this decoration. Some of these newly built, this lovely tower. Interesting thing, I actually got quite a lot of followers when I was building this tower, simply because I was raided by a lovely guy called Endless Backlog. If you've not watched his stuff, you totally should. He's a great streamer. Having a look at some of this. Well, these sort of small townhouses there. Oh, God. Oh, Mr. Limey, I found that place where you're at now. I'm bored, so blowing TNT to clear it. You're blowing this area of TNT. That's actually quite handy. It's a shame it's on the realms. For a second I thought you meant you were blowing up Sam. Don't get me wrong, you can do that, but I'd highly advise against it. Oh, God. That's the thing, of course, on the realms, I'd prefer people not destroy my creations. You can, um, just for the giggles, but I'd prefer you not. We come up the stream here to the village of Mayhole. Now, Mayhole, as you can see by this curtain wall, actually used to be quite a powerful area. The man in his, the lord who lives in his, lovely little tower house here would have been very powerful at one point. Unfortunately, it's fallen into disrepair. You know, power has moved elsewhere, and, you know, people just go about their business nowadays. That's just how it is. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't play Minecraft that much. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear that you can really be taken aback by something that's built on Minecraft. That was pretty much the best compliment I can possibly get, so thank you so much for that. Now this is the fun part. Where'd I take you next? How much time have you got, Ali? How much time have you got? Because if you've not got much time, it's probably best to just go and show you Brondholm now. If you do have a little bit more time, there's a few more places that I can probably get to before you need to go. Obviously, you can always come back and I can continue, but yeah. I'll do something, then join me and come to me. Alright, so you want me to join the server and see what terrible things you've done to it. No problem. Well, I know it's hard because I've played it before and built a crappy house, and that took me like a month. Oh, you have 15 minutes. Well, if you have 15 minutes, frankly, I think we should just go for it. We should show you Brondholm, the crown of the server, the real crown jewel. This is actually sort of like a suburb, if you will, of Brondholm called Haydonborough. A lot of fancy pants rich people live here, so as you can tell, they live in these lovely townhouses with their lovely colours and their weird pink church. Oh dear. But yeah, these massive townhouses, this is where the people of Haydonborough live. And, what can I say? 15 minutes, I can probably take you on a slightly in-depth tour of Brondholm in that amount of time. But let's just get on to it, shall we? I am going to show you the most impressive building first. Now, this is the cathedral. Oh yeah, dude, I want to come back if you don't mind. Hello, Sushi, how are we? Yeah, if you do come back, just for you, I'm going to stay on Minecraft a little bit longer there in that case. If you do come back, I will definitely finish the tour for you. It's like I said, the draw distance is so large, so you're sort of getting too much of a look there, but this is the cathedral. The cathedral is certainly one of the largest buildings in the entire server, and certainly one of the most impressively decorated. If you're wondering, I was originally going to design a cathedral based on the architecture of the Cologne Cathedral. That plan went right out the window, and I came up with this crazy design, with its incredibly large towers. So, you get the two large flanking towers from the side with its lovely large window, and these weird intermediary spires. As you come round, we continue on with the lovely windows, this weird circular tower, loads more spires. Donkey. Thank you so much for the donkey, Sushi. It keeps me going. It is my lifeblood. And then we come on to the main entrance. Now, we actually recently finished this. But not only do we have these ridiculously tall flanking towers, which even have the red and gold, which is the city colours of Brondholm, we have this absolutely ridiculously decorated sort of frontal area with the where the main entrance is. Now, we finished this on stream just a little bit ago. I actually got affiliate when I did this stream, and Agent 17's wife also helped me put a little bit of colour into it, because frankly I am pretty stubborn about putting colour into areas, but what can I say, it paid off. This is truly a lovely design. But yeah, the church is, well, the cathedral is nowhere near finished. I've got to do the back to it. The back to it's going to be a lovely rounded design, loads of buttresses that sort of connect onto it, lovely large windows, that's what I'm imagining. You remember to give donks for support, yeah. Ali, if you're wondering, you also can use the donkey command. However, I will warn you. I will warn you that every time you use it, you will use 5 juice. So if you would like to hoard juice, and I suggest that's maybe the way you want to go, because juice can get you a whole lot of interesting things. Yeah, you'll definitely want to avoid the donkey. I don't know, just unfollow and refollow a ton of times. I don't know if that works. Oh dear. So getting into the main city of Brontolm. Actually, technically, this is only the eastern bank. This entire bank surrounding this cathedral will be actually packed full of stuff. It's just not been built yet. So literally all you're seeing is like a third of the city. But we're just gonna wander into the main area. We're coming into the main market square, at least the old market. Sort of like this university block, because this building and this building and this building are all universities. Now this is the part where I make the disclaimer again. This building, and this building are not my own design. They were designed by someone else, and I shamelessly used them, and I'm totally proud of it because they are beautiful buildings. You can probably find these quite easily on YouTube, quite easily. Especially that one. Type in Minecraft Victorian and that'll come up, guaranteed. But yeah, this is sort of like the lovely sort of main area of the old town. And it continues. The lovely big statue that you saw here. Do bits give me juice? Oh, that's a good question, Sushi. Let me have a little check here. Into currency. There's some payouts. No, bits do not give you juice. That's probably a good thing though. No, bits do not give you juice, unfortunately. Yeah, you're just gonna have to shell out and give me money by donation. Yeah, I know what you're doing there. You're trying to cheat your way into bits. Nah. I don't actually think there is an option either, unfortunately. But getting back to the tour, hopefully Ali has enough time to see the pure extent of Brontolm and its wackiness. You saw the Guardian Gate here that stands watchful, watching Habsburg forevermore. Because the story that actually how Brontolm started, it was actually started by disgruntled peasants and a few lords who came from Habsburg. They were very unhappy with the way that the ruler at the time ruled. He was very nasty. So they came and found their own town, which, as you can see, has vastly exceeded its predecessor, and has turned into this sprawling monstrosity. It even has a little fighting pit here. This is sort of the old town as you sort of ramble through these old buildings. A lot of these buildings have very specific and unique uses. They're not all just regular residents. Sort of taking a wee tour of the streets. Like I said, Ali, if you're still watching, if you are still watching, yeah, there you are. Great to see you still in. You can access this server. However, I've... Oh my god! Oh, I do love that. Oh, Sushi, if you say so. Thank you so much for the £5. Oh, what can I say? If you want to pay your way into juice, I will not stop you. I am not the sort of person to turn down money. What can I say? But thank you so much for that. I'm sure that will go to help to pay for the costs of the online server, which is technically free for the first 30 days. So it's totally a rip-off. But yeah, Ali, you can come and actually go on this server. What you need to do is gain 500 juice, okay, which you can get if you're very active and you watch a lot of the streams. I know that sounds a lot of pain and hassle, unless of course you're just absolutely gripped by my gameplay and commentary. I do hope I see you again. Or you can subscribe. that you only get access to this server if you're either a subscriber or if you're zealot rank, so that's 500 juice or more. Just trying to get you a very good look around. Try and get all the little bits. So there's a lot of administration buildings here. This place is truly glorious when you get down on street level. It's really nice. One day I hope to do a full tour of this place when it's literally just like that. Bets all of his juice on black. Sandbag, what have you done? It's gonna land on red now. You're gonna regret that. I don't actually know how much juice you have, Sandbag. I don't think you've broke the 100 mark yet. You're unfortunately not in the faithful quite yet. Oh, and Ali, another thing you can also do is join the Discord. Now, I do love our Discord, mainly because it has a pet photos channel that is, it's worth joining our Discord just for the pets, channel. Yep, red. Aww. Yeah, I'm literally just flying around. If you've only got 15 odd minutes, it's really best that I just tease you as much as possible, showing all the little nooks and crannies where there's random buildings, and it's just excellent. I can show you the little consulate area. It's like I said, sometimes it's really best if you just drop down to a surface level. You get tons of detail. Loads of things to see, lots of stuff to do. And walking through this consulate area is just a lovely experience. Lovely trees, the bushes, tall towers with their Okay, dokie. People, I will have to take a very minor break, unfortunately.
No, just a minute. It's fine. It's just a minute.
All right.
Just a minute.
Just for anyone that's popping in, I'm gonna put on the BRB, but don't worry, I'm literally only gonna be gone for a minute. I don't know. Mystery situation at hand. Yeah. And I am back in most capacity. Oh yes, Ali, please do the juice command. That's how you can find out how much you got. 39 juice with 1.33 hours. Whew, it is a hard slog getting that juice. I am not going to lie to you. I am very mean. I make people work for their juice very hard. What can I say? But yes, continuing on our tour, we're sort of in this area where all the official government buildings are, essentially. This being the consulate. I think this building deals in foreign affairs. This deals with trade. This is actually like a ballot building, and ahead of us is the large embassy. I know it's strange calling it an embassy, since technically it doesn't actually function like a normal embassy would. I just like the name embassy. Like, it's not like the embassy of some different place. It's literally just like, you know, come here, this will do all the embassy bullshit for you. This is where foreign diplomats would come for meetings and etc, etc. Oh dear. But yeah, what I will say is another little disclaimer. Most of the buildings that you can possibly see do not have interiors. I am an external designer, not an interior designer. If I had done all the interiors for these buildings, trust me, nothing would have been done. Nothing. But yeah, I've given you a little overview of what Brondholm kind of looks like. What I'm going to do to take you, we're still going to be in Brondholm, but we're actually going to be in one of its boroughs. Sort of like a little bit outside the main wall. So it's not technically part of the main city, but it's still sort of connected and governed by the same sort of people. But this is called Harley, and Harley is on this little island that's sort of split by the rivers here. And Harley has some very nice buildings, including this lovely, lovely church here. This is once again based off a Finnish church. I am slightly obsessed with Finnish churches, what can I say? This one is actually in Kajani, so a bit further north. If I take a wee swoop around it here, we can get a little better look at it. Really get a 360 view. But yeah, Harley is a very dense sort of packed in area, as you can tell by this sort of like main functional area here. Oh, and just as a little tidbit, if you ever see a building with this green and white banner, it's a courier service, or a post office, if you will. If you go into one of these, there will be loads of chests, and in these chests, although there is nothing, think of it as loads of correspondence between loving family members. Ah, isn't that lovely? Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, it's very dense. You can kind of tell by this ridiculous sprawl I've got here. In practice, this may be a bit much. I might have to crop down a few of these, but Jesus. OMFG Sushi, do you have to manually give me juice when I donate? I haven't gotten mine. Ooh, no, I shouldn't have to. I don't believe that it's I think it does happen automatically. I can check that for you though. I can check that. Would you like me to check now? Because that's unfortunately something I should probably check the now, just to make sure for you. It might very well be that a lot of things on a lot of things on my Streamlabs bot is not working quite as I'd hope. 507. Well, Sushi, you're actually correct. It hasn't gone through, but I will edit your profile right now and give you those juice, because that's completely unfair. If I do remember right, your previous donation of £10, that went through, didn't it? I'm pretty darn certain that went through. Okay. And the way it works is that for every pound that you donate, you get 10 juice. So I've added 50 juice to you there. Sorry about that. Oh, if you host, you get 30 juice. Yes, you do. Please, it may or may not be the only reason I donated. I wouldn't blame you for that. I honestly wouldn't blame you for that. One things I do love about Harley is I think the defensive wall around it looks really cool. Like this entrance here. Like, especially with like these red sort of towers and just these bridges that go into it. Sort of like this walkway above it. I can't remember. It's like hoardings, but it's like permanent hoardings. It's just, oh, that's really lovely. I don't know, I love it. Oh, I just love it. I love it. Yes. Please excuse my terrible accent impersonations. They're terrible in so many ways. But continuing on. What can I say? Brontholm is Brontholm. It's ridiculously large, and it's really something you gotta see in person. I really hope you do one day. If not, you can always keep catching the streams. I usually stream Minecraft pretty much every other day. It's like, yeah. And there's a ton to see, honestly. There's plenty more that you can see that I haven't gotten to yet, and hopefully we'll get back to that at some point. No, cool. Let me just check here. How many hours equals 500 juice? Ooh, that's something I'm gonna have to yeah, you get a lot more juice if you're active, yeah. Basically I've worked out that, see, if you were lurking, if you weren't talking at all, you would get round about 12 juice per hour. And I think the most you can get, although I think you might have to be subscribed to get it, you get 48 juice per hour. And obviously then you got to think, if you host, sorry about the noises in the background, I was just needing to charge my phone there. If you host, you get 10 juice, or is it 30 juice? Yeah, some of that. there's a lot of ways you can get juice. You don't always have to donate like sushi and cheat. I shouldn't call it cheating. No, Sushi, what you're doing is a marvelous thing. I don't know why I'm trying to talk myself out of money here. Yeah, but yeah, Finnish churches I absolutely love. I'm trying to catch up on bloody chat here. Oh dear, sorry. Hey, Citrus Guy. I have to go a little bit low. This was so much fun. Yeah, I really hope to see you soon, Ali. Great having you in. I hope I caught you before you went. Oh dear. It did go through, thank you. The first one, I mean. Oh my god, I just realised I love TNT in Minecraft. Let me have a wee check, Sushi, there. It has not went through for me. I manually edited the bot, by the way, to give you 50. So, yeah, I don't know if that was just me putting it through. Or someone else. But, now that we are, here, what would we like to do, guys? Should we get back to what we were doing? The original plan was actually that we were just going to change over to Darkest Dungeon and play that for a little bit. Yeah, that's very odd, isn't it, Sushi, that your first donation did work and gave you the juice, but the second one didn't. I will be keeping an eye on your account for your juice, and if I do see that juice eventually come through, I will be deducting the 50. Yeah, don't think you're going to get away with it. I am forever watching. Yeah, 557, it's definitely not added. That's me manually adding it. Oh god, please lie me. I hope you're not TNTing anything beautiful. I don't think I could live with that. But yeah, would you like me to change over to Darkest Dungeon? The only thing annoying about that is that if Ali there, Alyssa Brooks, doesn't come back, or does come back rather, they'll have missed some stuff in the tour. Maybe I can just get to that another day. But we can always stay here in Minecraft, because when is there not something to do in Minecraft? Oh, Tiny Pickle. I wish I had a great talking voice because I would love to start streaming. Truly, I would not worry about your voice. I do understand a lot of people have difficulty speaking. Just continuing, speaking for a lot of time, Some people find it difficult, it's like, oh, what do I say for that amount of time? What if there's no one to interact with? I do understand that. I suppose I'm kind of lucky in the sense that I talk to myself on a daily basis, so I just do what I normally do, but with an audience. But no, truly, you should stream. If you want to stream, you should. It's a great experience. I have loved it. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I can guarantee you that if you stream, I will watch some of your streams. Because I am always checking out on my community. I'm sure some of the other guys in here would be more than happy to help you out at those first few streams. And, no, you should totally go for it. You totally should. There we go, just adding a little bit more there. And I think Agent 17's wife said we should go for sort of like a cream vibe around this area. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that's particularly cream. Unless... No, there's not really any great blocks for cream. You sort of get mushroom. Mushroom could be an interesting block to use. It's certainly something I haven't used before. But if we use mushroom, I'm probably not going to go with a whole green outline vibe. I think having it's probably going to get too much color if I start using the green as an outline. So what I'm probably going to do is take away the green. Oh, it was a shame. But I'm sure there's more areas where we can add green in. It's just that particular area is like you never want things to have too much color. You need some. Now it looks a little bit strange that I've got that. Maybe I should just use this. This could be nice. Yeah. That's okay. Because you've sort of got the wooden structure there. It seems a bit weird to have something like stone on top of wood. You know what I mean? Like, you should always have the heavier items at the bottom. That's kind of how it works. Oh dear. Yep, that's just me. Did you have an MC? People ask me if I'm drunk at random situations. Oh dear. Yeah, Sushi, why haven't you joined my realm yet? Get it sorted. Oh, Sushi. But nothing gets saved. I want to carve out my own homestead in Tangy Lang. And I have it included in tours. Oh, poor Sushi. Oh, geez, what lightning catastrophe happened there. That's strange. Well, unfortunately, Sushi, there's not really a great way of getting around that problem. I do understand what you mean, though. It would be nice if things could be like persistent world. That's what they call it, persistent world. It would be lovely. However, if that's something people wanted, if people wanted a persistent world, then I definitely could give that to them. That's absolutely no trouble by me. The only thing is that there is also the downside that while I'm building on this world here, the realm will stay forever in its current state. It will never update. If it's to be persistent, it has to stay as it is. And it's you guys that will do the building. But then again, the downside is, like, what if, like, in the future we have a lot more cool stuff to show? Do we just get to the point where we eventually say, okay, now we should update it? You know, people are starting to, you know, sort of lose the buzz they had on the original one, so we'll kick in Phase 2 with all the cool and interesting stuff to look at. But if that's what you want, I can totally do that. I am certainly one for fan service. Oh no, I can certainly save the the world, like the realm world, for myself, and then use that to build on. However, obviously, it's kind of like a canon, non-canon situation where what you build might not be in keeping or like to the same standard. Like, you might build some absolute wacky machine sort of thing that, you know, I wouldn't have had in the main world. And of course, that's cool. Like, you should be building shit like that, you know, wacky stuff. But I wouldn't necessarily have that included in the actual main realm, if you get what I mean, the main world. I mean, you're more than welcome to suggest where I can put little areas for you to hide out in, and I will build them. Or even better, if you're willing to part with quite a F-ton of juice, you're more than welcome to come onto the actual world itself and build it. Or maybe I'll have to set up a completely different realm for that. But you're more than welcome to come onto a world and actually build it yourself, and then I'll include it. I'm sure I could figure out a way to do that. That would be pretty cool, to be honest. Okay, so we kind of have this sort of design going on. Yeah, I should probably have this sort of design going on here. Actually, no, that's too much. Maybe these bits are the ones that need to be like, ooh, or even better, now that we have a really cool sort of like, yeah, planters, man. Everyone loves planters. Except for people that don't. But they're crazy. Trust me. We could have literal planters up here. Because we have the new and interesting Ooh, acacia trapdoor. What does that look like? Oh, does that look good or what? Or does it? You can tell me. Does it look good? Maybe we'll have this middle one be an actual, like, sort of center block, actually. And then we'll continue up with, like, a little pattern design. And then we can have our, strange sort of designs in the middle. Kind of like that. All strange and wonderful on this server. That's what I like. Strange and wonderful. Does that look nice? I think it does. It's just you have to look at it in a certain way. I.e. no, it does not look good. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe I'm not given the credit it deserves. Okay, let me have a little look at chat there. I want a separate fresh world where we could all build our own things. Will Tangy deliver? Maybe if I get more subscribers. You have to remember, realms cost money, my friend. There's only so much money I can actually spend. We'll see about that. Waiting for a master first. Shh. I even built a safety wall. I want to see the show. Or should I just fire it up? Poor Sushi. Poor Sushi. Got things going on. There we go. I kind of like the planters thing. I think it's got to grow on me first, just a little tad. Maybe. Nah, maybe? Got to see it with my own eyes. Does that actually work? Adding a little bit more structure to this bottom area. That's all I'm doing. Just like that. I think in this bottom part, it's almost like I've added these lovely, like, wooden outlines. What I might do is I might turn the bottom section into a yeah. It's kind of annoying like that, actually. What I might do is I might take this wood and put it up top and keep a more stony look for the bottom. Like, keep the fancy sort of like that. And then remove this. Put all this in there. And actually move the wood for the top. I'm thinking I might try that. Give a little bit more colour up here. It could be nice. That's the first. No, I'm kind of busy. I don't want to destroy your buildings, Tanny. Safety first. Can you have a modded realm? Certainly you could have certain mods, I think. But it's all rather, well, you have to remember Microsoft owns this stuff, so it's not as if you can just go for any nilly-willy. You just, put mods in whenever you want, really. It has to be, you have to get these certain mods. Probably pay for them, stuff like that. Certainly you could have mods on your own realm if you want to figure that one. Goodbye, grass. Oh, poor grass. Yeah, certainly if you were to make your own realm, I'm more than sure you could. There are certainly ways that could, like, you also have to take into consideration that I'm not particularly great with computery stuff. And I imagine you might be better than me at computery stuff, so if you were to try your own hand at it, maybe you'd have a lot more success than I would. A lot more success. But of course, I mean, if you want a world where you can, like I said, have a persistent world where you can build things up, have that. Like I said, since I would have to create it on Realms, I mean, maybe I could create a free server on Java, but it's like, I just don't have the money to sort of set that thing up anymore. Like it costs enough money actually trying to set up the normal realm, like with my world on it, at least. So you know. Either that or, what you might want to do, Sushi, or I could always post in the Discord, I can see, like, basically, do people want my world, or do they want a separate world where they can do their own thing? I could do, like, a poll, and then if the poll comes back, you know, people would prefer to have their own world where they can do their thing. Well, fine then, we'll go with that. That'll be cool. Although I very much do like the idea the way it is now. I feel with a lot of persistent worlds, it tends to be that people do get bored eventually. What you might find is double tall grass, just grass, normal grass, just so nice and easy. Maybe we'll add in a flower or that too here. Yeah, nice and simple. And then we'll add a nice little roof in as well. Why not? Aha. A harg, a harg, a harg. Got to build up this roof. And once we've got this townhouse all nice and sorted out, we can, I don't know, think about what we want to do. Do we have any opinions on moving over to Darkest Dungeon? Is that a thing? Should we stick by? Put ourselves on standby? What is the consensus? Is there a consensus? Am I talking to no one? Has everyone left? I'm not really checking the chat as much as I maybe should. Where are we there? Oh, jeez. I hadn't even noticed you there, Miguel. How are we? Jesus Christ. Do you have to have a Java server to do, Does Realm support mods? Yes, it somewhat supports mods, but only mods that you tend to buy. Getting on to it, Christ, Miguel the Vinette has said "Oi" to the bomb, which might be I don't know, foreign or something. I am not aware of this phrase. He's then put a donate message for some reason, and then given us a few emotes there. How are we, Miguel? Are we having a fun time? Oh dear. Aha, a harg. Oh dear, oh my. And we could certainly still do the yeah. We'll still have the windows up top. Be a very bright attic. We'll probably keep the planters as well, because I quite like the planters. Even if this is quite high up, who's going to be maintaining their planters all the way up here? No one, that's who. Just add in the last random bit here. Probably give ourselves some lovely grass. Loads of lovely grass. Woohoo! Waha! Aha! Oh! There we are. Ooh, and that's another thing. Since you're here, Agent 17's wife, do you have an opinion on this? Sushi's given me a right grilling because my Realm server is not persistent. So basically what I was thinking is maybe I put it up to a vote and see what people think. So a persistent world is where basically what you do doesn't change. If you make a change, it stays there. So what I could do is keep the world as it is with my map on it, and have people do that. Or I think what Sushi really wants is to have a fresh world completely from scratch, where people can build up from there. I think that's what he's gunning for. So I just want to know if that would be something you would like, or if I should maybe just put it to a poll anyway, see what other people want. Because unfortunately I can't have both, because it would cost quite a bit of money. Yes. Ah, isn't that lovely? I was going to change the sort of, the outside at the top, what's it called? The frame. I was going to change the frame color. I could give it a little change now, see how it looks. It'll be a little bit brighter. Mr. Limey, please stop blowing up my stuff. So persistent world. So you would like a persistent world where you can do your own thing. Where you can do your own thing. What you have to remember, Agent 17's wife, is that if I do a persistent world with the current state of the server, which Mr. Limey is blowing up right now, is that I can't update it. So if I happen to build like this lovely townhouse here, that will never be in the online server, because obviously I can only update it as the map is on my, personal world, and everything else would have to go, unless there's some crazy mod that I'm not aware of that allows you to integrate them. That's really not something I'm aware of or talented enough to really implement, I don't think, unfortunately. I could certainly, if someone would like to help me look into it, I could certainly see, but yeah. It would have to be exactly how the realm is now, and then that would be it. No more updates. The way I was currently suggesting it be done is it wouldn't be a persistent world, so things would disappear over time if you build them personally, obviously, that's what I'm saying. And I would update it every month, every 2 months, something to that degree, depending on how much work I actually get done in the Minecraft world. And then, every couple of months, I'd update my, the realm to add in all the things that were missing before that were in my world. That was kind of how I was thinking about doing it. If that's not what people want, fair dues, fair enoughs. But if it is, we shall continue the same way we are going. Ah. Yeah, I do like that. I don't know if I'm going to change the pillar. It would be a lot brighter if I changed the pillar. Maybe it is worth a go, but I do like that how it is. It's colourful, yet somehow managed to stick to my gloomy appeal. I do love my gloom. Not so much the doom, mostly the gloom. Aha! Moving across. We'll just wrap up the roof here. Found a glitch where you gain infinite XP when collecting from a furnace. Oh dear. Well, enchanting's not going to be a problem for you then, Sandbag, is it? I'm sure you'll have absolutely no trouble. Getting to some of these, yeah. I like your world, however we can keep your world and you update it with whatever you build. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what will happen under the current system. The only thing that will disappear is the unique stuff that you guys build, if you choose to build anything. That's what will be disappearing. Obviously, because you're not building in this single-player world, you're building online. When I update the world for the new stuff, that's what's going to happen. And like I said, I can't risk having... Well, there's two reasons, really. The one reason is that you have to remember this world is kind of like my own personal vision. And the second reason is that I can't afford vandalism. So that's one of the reasons why you can't actually do it on my world itself. And, yeah. I only bring this up because Sushi was grilling me so hard. I could really feel the heartbreak in his messages. It's just, unfortunately, something I can't quite do at the moment. It may be possible. It may be possible in future. Actually, no, it might actually be possible, but it's still going to cost a bit of money for me, and I can't really afford to put the extra money on it. There we go. There we go. Get back to this. That's getting patched. Oh, poor system. Then keep the current system. Okay, that's Agent 17's opinion. That's what I would prefer to do. I do understand why people would, you know, be a little bit bummed that their stuff's just going to disappear. But, obviously, like I said, we could always have, like, a Discord server, you know, just for people in the Discord to build their own persistent worlds. That way the monetary side of it doesn't just fall on me, and we can all chip in, sort of thing. Like, maybe that would be really cool. Or, of course, I think Sushi's the one that's really invested in this. Maybe he's going to end up setting up his own. So, I would keep an eye out for that. But yeah. I do like the way it's done now. I think, it really is about showcasing a world, you know? Like a personal thing. Getting back to this then, there's a bug where you refill your air underwater when saving and quitting, then reloading. Ooh. I'd imagine. That's getting patched, yes. Oh, your glitch belonged to patch. Oh no. How dare they? We liked the game when it was buggy. Oh, that's actually quite a true thing in many cases. Sometimes the glitches in games really just give them that shit. I'm really annoyed this lighting glitch is really getting to me. Like, why is there this random darkness? Yeah, I'm liking the townhouse. Especially its little planters. Aren't they cute? Oh dear. We'll have to do the backside as well. Particularly because you can actually see the backside. Since it backs onto sort of the market square. So I'm going to do a hefty job and fill that up. Go back and get my mushroom. I don't know, mushroom just kind of worked for this one. It's a lovely, it's because you said cream. You know, green and cream. Of course, this building's far more cream than green, but I think it works. Hopefully you do too. Now, I'm trying to catch up on chat all I can. Well, if you like something someone builds, you could always do it in your world, then update. Well, that's sort of what I was saying to Sushi, because it was kind of like, you know, I want to build my own homestead and have it always be there. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but there's not really any easy way I can implement that without just building it a copy of yours in my world, if you know what I mean. You know? And I did say there is a possibility that I can charge a hefty amount of juice for people to come onto this single player world and build what they want to build. Of course, it'd have to be heavily supervised. This place is like the Area 51 of Minecraft, you know? I say that. It's not technically true. I've had a lot of friends on this server who have went around doing annoying things. And I've got to say, I would prefer that not happen again. Ooh, that just goes straight up. I'm screwing up my own design, for Christ's sake. Come on. You got this, Tangy. You got this. And, yes, there we go. Trying to get all these things to come together. Forgetting my own design. How could I? Then the, oh, I've got to get all this acacia wood out again. Oh dear. And that just sort of works its way up. I think there's no point in going into the minutiae about it. Just add it all in. Oh dear. There we are. That's the back of it. Not even near done. I don't know why I was going to say done. Yeah, we're just going to do the bottom. The rest of it can just be blank. No one will notice. I promise. Notice me. No building. Stay blank. Be quiet. Notice me! That should be fine. And it sort of comes up into that there. Not much can be done. Just add in the last few bits. And then of course we'll just add in the windows, because why the hell not? No point in not adding the windows. Aha! Nice and easy. And I think windows at the top as well. Very good. Just got to check the little design I have in the middle, because there's also the little planters that kick around. That's always fun. Really simple, nice and easy. A lot of my designs are actually a lot simpler than they look, and are usually created by me fumbling into something that looks half decent. Aha! Aha! There we go. And we had the acacia trapdoor. I do like the different coloured trapdoors. That's a new building material for me, really. Something I haven't used very much. So I'm sure I can find a use for that all over the place. Especially as sort of like window blinds. You know, that's usually quite a popular design for like houses. Especially older ones. If I go and get my dark oak fence, put in the windows, which are forever gone. Get all of these put in. Nice and easy there. Almost too easy. And we should just about be done with this little back area. I'm hoping you're liking the townhouse, Agent 17's wife. I don't know if this is the one that you want to live in, but there will certainly be loads of townhouses, so you'll have your pick. Of course, you've actually claimed this as your kingdom, so technically you could live wherever you want. Christ, live in the church for all I care. It's fine by me. But yeah, that's the pretty much the interior of that done. I don't even need to worry about this this side at all. If I just fill that in, just to make sure everything is wrapped up nice and easily. And of course there'll be more buildings to the side of it, so I don't need to worry about this side until there's a building there, because then I'll know what's getting covered and what is not. But yeah, I think it'll be a nice little row of townhouses. Maybe a little run in, because obviously the market square should be about here, just in this little area. So we'll add that in. If I get back to it. Ooh, don't forget the grass and the planters, the most important part. Yeah. If you ever need someone that destroys stuff, where is it needed? Tell me. Oh, please, Mr. Limey. Oh, God. Yeah, you added touches of green with the plants, which I wanted. Oh, God. You need the green so bad. You gotta have the little bits of grass that kick up. Fair enough. I won't deny you all that juicy, juicy colour. Yeah, there you go. I didn't actually add in any green on the actual design, so technically I'm adding it in with the grass. There you go. Just little touches of green. Yeah, I think the planters are quite a nice design touch. Maybe I can do a few more designs like that. Maybe this, the town of Camille is really heavy on its plant pot uses. Oh dear. I keep asking this, but I don't think anyone's listening when I ask this question. Like, everyone's too busy like talking or thinking about something else. Do we want to change over to Darkest Dungeon, or should I keep going on the Minecraft? Because I was originally planning to change over. Frankly, I'm not too bothered. You know, there's plenty to do on Minecraft, as there always is. But if you would prefer that we continue our little playthrough of Darkest Dungeon, I would be more than happy to oblige. Sushi in the background there. Do double D's, please. And maybe some of them can have flowers. Yeah, I don't see why not. There's a limited flower range in this game, but I am more than happy to put flowers some places. Yeah, all these interesting flowers. In fact, this isn't flowers, this is coral. I don't even think you can actually place that on, Or can you? Can you place coral on grass? Because, I mean, I know you get dirt blocks at the bottom of the sea. You can't... Oh. Oh, that is interesting. I wonder why... Is that dead because it's on grass? Or is it like... I don't know. Maybe there's some weird mechanic to it where it actually, like, dies if you put it on grass or above water. That might be it. If it's above water, it dies. That's interesting. Maybe I should have placed it underwater to see what it looked like. This vibrant red colour underwater. Oh dear. You play what you want. Oh, it's always hard. Because I was also thinking we did have Ali come into chat, the Alyssa Brooks, who didn't catch the full tour. That was such a shame. Had to go away and have dinner, I think it was. Agent 17, hello, I would have been back sooner, but some guy stopped me in the parking lot just to tell me I'm totally incompetent. Was it bad parking, Agent? Are you a very bad parker? I just had to tell you how incompetent you were at parking. That might have been it. Oh, that worked out very well. I do love the quote system. It's actually an excellent implementation. I don't know. Maybe we shall switch over to Darkest Dungeon. Have a little bit of fun over there. So you guys know the drill. What I'm going to do is very, 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 very quickly end the stream. And when I come back, hopefully I shall have Darkest Dungeon loaded up, as well as everything else, such as the title and stuff figured out. But I will catch you in just a second. Just a tiny little second.